Hello, gamers! Hello, everyone! Hello, let's make sure everything's running okay. How are we doing? Oh, there's so many people here! Hi, guys! Hey! Oh boy, let's turn down the music a little bit so it's not as chaotic. How about that? Hello, hello! Welcome to the stream! It's just me right now. I just wanted to welcome everyone in like we usually do. So welcome, Thunder Bros, Lauren, Fizzy Dizzy, Void Space, Wi-Fi, Void Sprouts, the true Mr. Pink, and Koi4, Twilight, Denari, Guard Paw. Oh, Brad Queen, I saw you! Jacob's here, and Haunted Lover Boy, and Electric, and Taffy. Oh my gosh. There's so many of you here. Excellent. And Badger, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Despair, welcome, welcome. Catalyst. Alright, gamers, so today, we're gonna be doing a little stream, a little fun little stream. We're gonna talk about Brightside Masks RPG, Season 1. This is your warning. This is gonna be a very spoiler-heavy stream. We're gonna talk about everything that happened in this season. And this is also going to be adult content. There's gonna be some, you know, sensitive topics and a little bit of swearing. So if you're not here for that, you could skip this one. Otherwise, why don't we say hi to everyone? Why don't we say hi? Shall we? Shall we say hello to the cast of Brightside? Also, please be warned, if you donate, it's going to be absolutely silent. We'll be reading out the donations ourselves, but we're not going to be interrupting people while they talk, since there's going to be a ton of people talking! So, if you do donate, thanks! We're going to split it between the whole cast, so we all appreciate it. And, just know if it doesn't pop up and it doesn't read out like it usually does, that's why. So without further ado, let's say hello to the cast.
With you, I only watched the first half of the game, but it was really cool seeing him play for the Falcons and
So it's
making
Mustard?
that first touchdown.
And they're talking about sports.
Yeah. There we go.
Sports.
Two people are. The other
I mean,
one's
can't you blame us? We're the only people that watch football, so...
It's opening week, okay? Shush. It's opening week. It's okay. We can nerd out a little bit.
We have
We're the nerds.
parents talk about it. No.
We're the nerds in this scenario, okay?
It looks like we're about to go live, so...
We are live.
Yeah.
Right now.
We are live. We're live right now.
We're live right now.
live from the Brightside Studio.
Yeah.
Lauren called us out. Of course it's sports. Yeah.
We're the only two considered to be sports nerds. So
It's okay.
Connor and Newbie, sports fans.
We still love you.
Oh my god, Sporties. That's the perfect
Sporties.
name.
You guys are
Fucking
sporties.
Sporties.
We love you.
Sorry, I said that.
You can. It's okay. I told them that we were going to be cursing anyway, so.
Okay, all right.
You're free. You are free from the shackles.
All right, let me just switch my account to I guess my non-professional YouTube account so I can mod things.
Cool.
True.
Okay, guys. So. Oh, I have the sad. I just put on the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon music and it's all sad. Let's make it a little. There we go.
Okay, let's not preview what they're going to be.
Yeah, jeez. Okay, guys. So, oh wow, we have quite the stream ahead of us because we have so much content. We couldn't even fit it all. Just so you guys know, we couldn't even fit it all in here. But oh boy, let's talk about Reef Arc. We did it! We finished season 1! Oh, there's 32 episodes! That was crazy. We're 32 out of hundreds, so you know, this is a...
Yeah, we're if you thought that this is gonna be a short little ride, nah.
It's a long one.
A long haul.
Alright, guys. So, roll call. Everybody, go ahead. Let's introduce ourselves, names and pronouns, and who you play.
Are we going down the row or up the row?
Sure, whatever works.
I guess Lani's first then, if we're going top down.
So what?
Oh, Discord and Discord? Okay.
Discord?
Okay,
well, never mind. We can do stream 2.
I don't know what's going on, sorry. So much chaos already.
So this is exactly what Brightside was like. So the nice YouTube version you get is just all of this cut out. Okay, alright, I'll say, go ahead. Universe, go first.
I'm Universe. I had a quesadilla this morning. I am they them pronouns. I manifested Amari Meyer Sky. Summoned them ritually. Yeah. There we go.
Awesome. All right, Lani, you're up.
Hi. I'm Lani. I play Toby. That's yeah.
Lani enjoys long walks on the beach and reading books.
And sharks.
And sharks. Lani likes
Which
falling
we'll get
into
to.
the ocean. For sharks.
That's yeah.
Alright, Devon,
Ye-
go! Devon, go!
Hi, I'm Devon. I play Sam, Toby's adopted brother.
Yeah!
Yeah. I think that happened season 1.
It did!
I'm-
Don't worry! Boy, oh boy, we're gonna give ourselves some heart attacks tonight.
Right.
Try not to expose anything. In the
Literally.
future.
If you guys do, don't make a big deal out of it, they'll have no idea.
We're good. Just pretend we're joking. It'll be
Yes.
fine.
Yeah.
My
like-
worst role in Brightside as a character, I think, let me recall, was probably superior.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think. I don't remember now. But yeah, I play Catboy Sam.
Cat boy.
There you go.
Sam.
Cat boy.
Oh,
Alright.
that's how that. Sorry, I guess I'm next since I
You
said
are.
that.
You are. Go
I
ahead.
just thought. No, the thing that I just gasped about is the fact I had the mechanical pencil that I thought didn't have an eraser, but then I twist the top and I'm like, oh my god, the eraser comes out when you twist it. So yeah,
Yo!
that's my life. Hi, my name is
Adult
My name
its
is Nick.
finest.
Hell yeah. My name is Nathan Timmons, also known as Nate. I play this little gremlin that you call Newbie. He's supposed to be like super smart, but like also not very trustworthy. He can't even trust himself sometimes with stuff, and he makes some super cool deals that only benefits him and nobody else, and all that good stuff. So hi, my name is Nate.
Yo. Alright, Tyler. If Tyler is
Hey
here,
everyone.
yes.
Hey everyone. I'm Tyler Ninest. I play the sick boy known as Connor Nelson, aka Contagion. Basically, I'm a boy that's always sick, just about every day with a different disease, a symptom, you name it. I probably had it. It's a very unfortunate curse that he has to live through, and he still does, and probably will for the remainder of time.
Yippee.
So I have a question.
Hmm.
I have a
Okay,
question.
what's your question?
What is the sickness for today?
Nausea, actually.
Ooh, okay. That
No.
sucks.
That's great.
Don't puke everywhere, please.
I'm doing my best not to.
Oh, by the
Jesus.
way, I accidentally infected Toby today.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, so Toby's also very nauseous right now.
Damn. Okay, Mel, go!
Hello. Hi, sorry. Hi everybody. I'm Morgan Ganal, also known as Mel, also known as Sylvia or Night Terror or just everyone's problem. And
True.
I am very happy to be the problem.
That's the most
I don't know.
beautiful introduction to Sylvia I've ever heard.
Like, I'm here to be your problem today. It's like, hi, I see you pre-ordered the problem package today. Hi, I'm Sylvia. I'm here to deliver your quality premium problem.
Thank you.
And
Thank
deliver you
Sylvia.
did.
Yeah.
And then I didn't add a thing for myself, which is kind of dumb in retrospect. But hi, I'm PetPyves, otherwise known as Hailey or Holly, and I play everyone else in Brightside. So I play the Goblin Lucid. And I also play Moose Geo.
And I also play Luffy.
And literally everyone else. Yeah. My voice is alive. I did it. Oh, the scary music started playing. That's alarming.
Oh.
Bro,
Da-da-da-da.
Oh wow.
is your freaking stream just basically saying, "Hey, I'm gonna try and spoil what's gonna
The
happen
boss
in this
music
upcoming
starts
season"?
playing.
Like,
Oh.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's the goal. Alright, guys.
Oh, my
so
lordy Jesus.
today we're gonna do a little bit of retrospect for the Reef Arc. Reef Arc in Season 1 are the same thing. We just refer to it in our game as the Reef Arc, because, you know, when you play RPGs, you have different character arcs and different event arcs, and Reef was our first arc. But for you guys, it's your first season of Brightside. So just know, when we say Reef Arc in Season 1, it's the same thing. So, like I said, we're going to be doing donations. If you guys want to donate, that'd be super cool. We'll read out your donations in between things, but they're going to be silent. And we're all going to be splitting them, so yippee! If you do that, thanks guys, we appreciate it. And obviously, spoilers ahead. Spoilers for Season 1, and potentially things that happened so far in the future we've forgotten when they happened. And also, here's your content warning as well. We're gonna get into some stuff, because Season 1, ooh, we get into some stuff. So,
Fuck yeah.
let's talk about the player characters. Let's start with Amari. Oh my god. It's Amari Myers guy. Do you want to talk about anything about the design of Amari? Because I know the story of how Amari's design came to be, but I think it's a really cool one. If Uni's alive. Uni might not be alive.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Whoa. Hi.
Oh,
Well, that's also-
for a second.
Wow.
What is happening?
That's just
Okay, for-
Brightside too.
Okay, for a second, I
Just
thought I
said no.
infected
Yes,
you with
that's all.
nausea as well, and you
Oh,
just had to
no.
go puke somewhere.
Yeah, I just came back from the dead, guys. Hey.
A Ouija
Okay.
board is present. We're using it to commune.
Yeah, yeah, you're gonna have to talk to me for a little bit through that. I'm sorry, it's a bad cell service.
player.
Amari design. I have to think. I forgot. Okay, so
Oh,
it
gosh.
came from, I think I was reading a webcomic at the time that I was really, like, inspired by, because I, like, made a bunch of random different designs for, like, Mask's potential characters for Brightside. And I think one day I was just drawing, like, random, like, NPCs, just to, like, fill up the school. And, like, I drew one that was like, oh, a kid with Aurora Borealis powers or something of the like, and like they have like Aurora Borealis projecting over their face kind of thing. And I was like, and then I just stared at it for like a day straight, and I was like, actually, I kind of want to play that one. I kind of want to be that one. I think it would be fun. So that's
so
where Amari came from.
That's such a cool story that you're just making random characters and you're like, this one's the main character, actually! Not much has changed
Actually,
as far as their beginning, like their very beginning little thing goes. Which is kind of cool.
Yeah. They're, I remember I was gonna try and play them more as a Reckless Nova, but in the end, I was, like, more comfortable, I think, playing them more straight-laced, especially since it's kind of what the group needed a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So, like,
so
I brought up on the screen our original, like, character creation answers, and I just think it's really interesting that you said, oh, I hang out with Sam all the time to blow off steam. Would you say that happened in the beginning?
they Sam, but I don't know if they did it to blow off steam. I think honestly Sylvia started to fill that role after a moment.
Yeah.
But they did hang out with Sam a lot.
They did
And
end up
there was
punching
one
Sam.
session you blew up steam by like slapping Sam, but that's about
Yeah,
it.
there was one session where I blew up on Sam, but you know.
Bree is like, hey, you know what's a great way to calm down? Just slap the crap out of your friends. That's the best way to do that.
Yeah.
That's healthy.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens, especially when they tamper with your memories. It happens.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I said go ahead and slap me, and you did, and so it was consensual.
It was
Yeah,
Sam and his
exactly.
consent.
Oh god.
Look,
Definitely Sam.
we all know that Sam is a masochist at the end of the day.
Okay.
A little bit.
A little.
I still think it's funny too that you didn't put down an answer for who you hurt when you lost control of your powers. Who do you think you've hurt already by losing control of your powers?
Stairs at the doom stairs.
I think a lot about the basement and how Amari just was blue fire everywhere. Everyone burns. Everyone dies in this room, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, the basement was a little bit of a traumatizing time, but yeah.
LOL.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So yeah, I mean, I guess you can put Enigma down. I guess.
That poor guy.
Poor computer.
Oh, the computer. Yeah, we could put the computer.
True.
Okay, and then do you think Amari grew closer to the team, grew away from the team, or into the image of themselves in the first arc? Like, if you had to rank them as a whole arc.
Compared to the other arcs, I'd say they grew closer to the team. More or less because, well, they made friends pretty quickly, which they didn't expect to. And yeah, they're more getting involved with like group stuff, and then also since like part of the arc was more around like their whole spiritual nonsense essentially, especially when they went to space, they felt very backed up with that thing. So yeah,
Cool.
they overall in the grand scheme of things grew close to the team.
Yay! That's great.
Yay!
We know how that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at all these amazing Amari icons that Uni drew for us. Except I drew one of the corruption icons, but we ended up not needing them. But you guys are going to get to see what the characters would have looked like if they did get corrupted. Because we're ready. We didn't know who was going to get corrupted in that whole arc.
It was a toss up.
It was
bro.
scary.
It was such a toss up.
We got to see baby Amari, and we got to see some of the baby characters, but like, I
apologize in advance that I fucking never used the hero.
I know.
It's such a neat pose, especially at the time when I was like just starting to like learn. Like I basically like that'd been my like year of like learning to draw humans, and like I was just experimenting with whatever I could, and that turned out really, really cool. I never used it.
I know! I was like, what the heck?
I will say though, I feel like that the campaign as a whole has improved so many people's like art skill. I think it's like a huge level up for everybody.
It really is.
We're artists.
It really is. Oh man. But yeah, I've got some of the cool concepts that you did. Like the very first Amari concept is on here.
Yeah.
And like your color references for the auroras that I use on a regular basis because wow, that is so cool.
I made them so like they're just so complicated in every like weird minuscule aspect that you really don't think about. And like I don't mean that to be like, oh my god, my character's so complicated. Oh my god, I'm so cool. But like in a this is legitimately sometimes annoying to draw away.
God, I have to animate them, trust me. I sit there every time and I'm like, what am I doing? Genuinely. Yeah. Like what have I done?
I could imagine that the Aurora like filter is like a nightmare to deal with.
It turns out so cool. It looks visually, it is so cool to see Amari's like face constantly moving like a lava lamp. It's so cool, but like creating it sucks, but like seeing the end product is cool for me.
Yeah.
But I love Amari's hero outfit too. Like it's so cool.
Oh my god, yeah. I love the outfit. And yeah, their name Revantalet, I could probably say as, it's a reference to the Finnish word for, the Aurora Borealis. So, fun fact if you ever want to know that. Yeah, and to answer Twilight's question, yeah, their emotions kind of color code with the different auroras, and the different aurora colors. So I basically looked up the different colors that, like, auroras can be, and was like, okay, based on how these auroras form in the sky, like, how would they connect to the Amari's different emotions? Some I, like, stretched, because I was like, red would obviously kind of be angry and ominous, and so would pink.
Yeah.
But, like, I did more, like, dependent, because I don't want to get into the aurora science. It takes too long to explain, but,
but we have it if we need it.
Yeah, the greens are basically like energy and like happy, like higher colors, and like the blues are definitely more like sad, distant, kind of, you know, it happens. It's color theory.
Because they're hot and they're cold.
Yes,
There
yes,
is
yes.
no, no.
God.
And you're out. And you're up and you're down.
But yeah, I
You're wrong
included
with
some of
it.
your sketches too, because they're really cool. You got the time bomb squad in the corner.
The time.
And and like Mel did a bunch of these emotes, like these like emotions of like some of the characters, and I'm like dead over them. Like they hold up so well.
Dead
my God.
Mari.
I forgot about those.
And in the ball pit,
Yeah.
I completely
The
forgot
ball
I
pit.
drew Sylvia and Amari in the ball pit from their fight. That was so funny.
That was great. I
That was
loved
such a
whole
petty
scene.
moment. And then I included some of my favorite Amari moments. Usually if I draw a screen cap for it, that means it was like something that I thought was like really pivotal or like something I really liked. But like, oh my god, I loved the Mushio moment. I think about it all the time. It's just such a good,
Oh
good
yeah.
moment. When
It
like
is very
Mushio was
sweet.
just freaking out, and like I loved how we got to see some of Amari's memories, but they were all foggy, and like that was just like that was such a like random thing that like we did not expect to happen, and it just did, and it was just so cool. And then
Yeah.
you saved Wyatt and Josie like single-handedly, like they would not have existed in this campaign. Like that
Yeah,
was so
I sure
terrifying.
did do that.
Thanks, GM.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
We just find ways to just make things happen out of the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely their discovering what they can do with their powers, kind of, you know, in an I'm scared of doing this, but I have to way. So it's very interesting to mess around with. I
I'm
like the Nova
excited.
playbook for what it is and how it can just kind of be.
I just love the spirits and how Amari has all these really deep connections to all of these different ghosts of the campaign, and it's like they're the only one that can talk to them, and it's like, dude, there's so much would not have happened if Amari could not see them. It's just like
Yeah.
it's really cool how it all fit together. I
Yeah,
also
looks
love
like we
that
got a
piece in the
donation.
basement. Yeah, we'll be reading them out at the end of each like character. We'll check in on those.
Yeah, I will say Mari's like throughout this arc, I think, has learned to grow less afraid of spirits as well, because that was a big thing at the start where they were like, "Oh, this is so fucking scary. I don't like looking at ghosts."
Yeah.
So
Gosh, and then I included
were like-
your siblings as well.
yeah,
Oh.
I don't know where they actually came from. I genuinely cannot remember.
They just manifest.
They
yeah,
just popped
they
out
just
of
kind of
nowhere.
hit in my brain, and I was like, yeah.
I love how you brought them to space too. Like that was just like the funniest plot point ever. Of just like, I'm going to space, but I'm bringing my siblings because my classmates are kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And with that reasoning, that's gonna be a concern because like, why would you bring your siblings too crazy in space?
Yeah, you know,
You want to torture them.
a bit.
Sibling hazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I'm really
love
glad that
them.
the siblings got highlighted this arc. It's really fun to have them,
They're so
especially
cool.
Nico, of course. But yeah.
I love being Nico. Nico's just insane. Nico's just a nice,
Yeah.
nice, like, version of Lucid, in my opinion. Where, like, Lucid's, like, just mean and crazy, but, like, Nico's the nice crazy.
Hyperactive, but hyperactive in the most excited way. Nerds out
Yeah.
of everything.
I just
love
imagine
that.
Nico has like a like, you know, the Windows like buffer screen where it's like the one little thing bouncing off the walls. It's that, but it's like a rocket ship.
Yeah. I love them. Oh, they're so great. Okay, let me check on this donation right quick. Which scoot this over here. My setup is very interesting today.
Oh,
Oh, you guys have no idea. It's so bad. Alright. Oh, we have the cameraman making an appearance already? Oh boy.
Oh, the camera.
Just
The cameraman can.
the cameraman has said the aurora is indeed quite pretty. So thank you, cameraman. That's very alarming of you.
Cameraman,
I'm
don't
surprised it shows up on camera. I mean,
Yeah.
like I thought it'd be too bright.
Well-
Just the exposure.
Sorry, we flashbanged your camera by accident. I'm not liable for any of the fees that might be attached to that.
You know what? It's okay. He pretty much stalks cats as well, so that weirdo can deal
That
with
weirdo
whatever.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Toby, Ricardo.
What's up?
How you feeling?
I'll be good. Okay.
Okay. Well, I wanna talk about the story of how Toby got his name because I think it's really funny and I think about it a little too much.
Fair. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't have a name for Toby because like I just even in the middle of like to put into perspective like the amount of planning and like the level of in-depth that like other people like uni like that just go into their characters and stuff, like this was like not like you could see Killswitch, Enigma, and Mirage there, and Toby didn't have a name because I was just like meh, but like as soon as like I was done talking with Hailey about like what he looked like and like just like going through like stuff for that, she just typed out to be decided. And I'm like, oh, Toby, I'll take that.
Really?
Yes, that's literally how it happened. I'm not even shitting you.
So just writing
To be
to
continued.
be decided. That's just like, oh, to be? Okay, we'll do that.
No,
legit,
literally.
and I was like,
That's
so
why it's
it-
spelled that
so-
way too.
So what you're telling me is that Toby's full name is Toby Decided Ricardo?
Don't forget crime.
Yeah, the middle name crime. Don't forget that.
Ah, yes.
Oh, I can't wait. I think in the next season we get Toby's the whole full name like
Oh,
gets
Oh,
whipped out
Lord.
because I think you do get into some serious trouble and they whip out the full name.
Ooh, yeah. That's gonna be interesting.
That's as Spanish parents are wont to do.
Woo!
And,
Also, I also want to talk about the fact that like when we made Killswitch Enigma, how funny it was. You were just literally like, can we just take the Batman Scarecrow and just make him pink and gay? And I was like, sure.
no, legit. And then Killswitch was just I was just a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'm like, this is an ice dinosaur. I want that to happen.
Yeah, you literally gave me a Yu-Gi-Oh card and a Batman
Holy
character, and you were like, "Can
moly.
you make characters out of this?" And I was like, "You bet your ass I can." Now they're iconic, and we're slaying. I mean, we whipped Toby up like in a day. We were like, "Yeah, here we go."
No, for real. All the other
God.
carrying designs.
But how do you think Toby's changed? Because you said in the beginning that Raji was gonna be the only one to understand what you're going through. Like, do you think that held up?
No. It's
so funny.
weird to even just see that written. I'm just
I
like, oh
know!
yeah, right.
We also had a plot point where we said the principal was going to be helping you because of everything. But I think that Toby's direction changed after the Golden Light incident because then, you know, Toby and his parents were actually like on the same page, but like I don't think we even had a plot point where they were ever going to be on the same page. So like
No, legit. Like, it's like with the conversation that like just had with them being there. Like, if Killswitch and Enigma hadn't just been like, okay, we're gonna like come around to you and just be like, okay, like I get it. We don't want to be mean or bad parents or anything, so we're just gonna be like nice. I'm just like, wow, shit, that worked.
literally. God, and then we also had to think of like my parents once fought and thrashed Frey, and I thought that was very funny because they honestly had like a heart-to-heart with Frey about masks and protecting people and
Yeah.
stuff. So I was like, that was like the complete opposite of what we like said in the beginning.
Every single plan that I had for Toby, like in the beginning, which was again for their designs, literally almost fucking nothing, and then like every single design from like sessions and and stuff like that shit didn't hold up.
It's
I found a
so
time bomb
funny.
spot.
Yeah, you did. So do you think Toby grew closer to the team, away from the team, or into the image of himself in season 1?
Oh, closer to the team, just
Aww.
regardless.
Yeah, you
Like-
did get a brother.
I did get a brother. I did brawl with a couple of people. I did fall off a building that one time intentionally. What?
Oh my god. I can't wait to talk about that, because we 100% we knew what we were doing there. We knew. We went into that days before, like, laying on my floor for like 5 hours, like, crying, laughing about it. Like, we were so prepared. I love
some
how,
things.
yeah, some things are just so prepared, and some things were just not. You guys will see what we're talking about. But oh my god, we had a lot of Toby icons, because, like, the arcs, the way I planned them were, like, centered around specific player characters. We had so many player characters that I was like, okay, we're gonna, like, divide this up. We're gonna play nice and take turns. So, like, the very first arc was very, like, Amari Toby oriented. And that's why they had a lot of stuff going on. In the root arc, you're gonna see a whole lot more of Connor and Newbie and Oliver. So
Yeah.
the evil laughter. But yeah, I'm so happy with the amount of times we have accidentally used the swimming icon.
Yeah.
Even though Toby can't swim, it's so funny, dude.
Jeez.
Like the irony.
That's correct. That's why you always have to bring rubber duckies and
Oh,
soda
the
pads.
irony.
Just bring all the
Anybody wants to
floaties.
swim, I'm
God.
going to throw myself in the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh my
Oh, no.
god.
Oh no.
I
Oh,
still thought it
no.
was funny that you, like, the costume you picked for Toby for Halloween 2 was based off of, like, your real life costume.
Well, no, okay.
Oh
It was
my
it was based on a costume from a friend of mine because he was the
Yes.
one who originally did the shark costume. But then like the next year after that, I'm like, huh, I could just buy a shark.
And then you did.
So I did.
That's
God
beautiful.
damn it.
God, these are some of my favorite Toby moments I picked out. The whole Golden Light thing was so planned that I literally have the storyboards of them right here. Like, I literally drew them out of, like, all of that shit happening. So that was so cool that I got to, like, draw the thumbnails and stuff based off of, like, the very old concepts. And God, that moment on the balcony when, like, it was like the fake Toby and he was like, I'm sorry. God, dude, that was like the first heart-wrenching moment, I feel like, in the whole thing, where it was just like, whoa, cut
Fair.
the music. Like, it was
Yeah.
like, ew. That was so
That
good,
was a lot
man.
of fun.
The basement in general, that whole thing was just so funny. You guys were so freaked out. Like, you guys were gonna blow up the computer, and then I was, like, laughing to myself, being like, what did they expect to happen? And then you guys are, like, panicking, gonna kill this man as soon as he comes out of the elevator. I'm like, what did they expect? I was dying. And then Toby missed every single roll there. And it was just... That just explains Toby's entire character, missing every roll. Like, boom, done.
That's just
Correct.
cries. Big cry.
And of course his arc with Caspian and, like, them, like, sharing their scar stories in the closet and then, like, doing the whole peer thing. Like, God,
So gay.
they're so gay. I love them.
Gay.
They're so good, though. They're just so awkward, and I love that. Like, it's so perfect for, like, a high school setting. Like, they are just so dumb and awkward. And I love that for them. Those are just my favorite Toby moments. Did you have any favorite moments that I didn't include?
Oh no, you pretty much covered them there. No, that's pretty good with that. I guess. No, like, it's good because like I have like favorite moments for like pretty much every character, like even just like classmates and stuff. But like the vast majority of them have not even happened yet.
Yeah.
Like one of them is like a couple of them has happened. Like Spaghetti Head Sylvia will always just be fucking
Yes!
wonderful.
I'm these Italian spaghetti monster. So freaking good, dude. Yeah.
As we continue. Yeah,
Oh,
as we
I
continue.
have to ask. Junie drew this, and it's the funniest thing in the whole world. Can you please vocalize? the difference between Toby's dolphin squeaks.
Oh god, okay. Again, those recordings are like years old, and I don't practice that anymore. But I'll give it a shot.
The difference between Toby's excited, like little, "Ah!" and then like the like scared one.
Oh my god, okay, like. Just be like, oh my god, oh my god. And just be like, I don't know about that.
That's great. That's
10 out of
exactly
10.
it.
That's literally it.
That's literally like Toby's entire character
got
in like
it.
10 seconds.
No, for real. For no reason in particular, I'm also practicing noises of one particular animal, and this will not have any relevance for like literally years, but I am practicing otter noises.
Oh my god, I can't
Now
hear
I'm
that!
excited. Now I'm very, very excited to see what we got going on. Oh my god.
Lani, I just have to say, when you told me this, and I started looking for like otter Instagram posts, and I shared it to you. Now my whole Instagram's nothing but otter posts.
I as
That's
it
the
should be,
algorithm.
honestly.
Gotta love
That's
it.
the otter rhythm.
It's fine though, because otters are like freaking cute. I can
It's
understand
true.
why people fall
I
in
guess
love
you
with
could
these
say
things.
you were searching the web.
Eh.
A lot of my YouTube shorts is full of bears and big cats, so don't worry.
Aw.
Understandable.
Now, do you mean that's actual like animal
Yeah,
bears
legitimate-
and cats, or
legitimate
those
bear-
euphemisms for something?
No, legitimate bears and cats.
Aw.
Good.
Oh.
Like
No,
I even
okay.
saw one just like, yeah, we don't go into the cage with we can go in the cage with the black bears because we trust them more, and you know they're black bears, but we don't go in with the brown bears because they came in at pretty much adults, and when they play, they can kill us. And they show a video of the big brown bear literally compressing a watermelon and breaking it with ease, and I'm like, yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, there's this saying I always refer to. Bear is black, you fight back. Bear is brown, you lie down. Bear is white, good night.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
oh shit.
Okay.
Polar bears
Yeah.
are the most dangerous.
Okay, no, take it
Actually,
back, take it
little
back. No,
chance of
okay.
surviving a polar bear.
No, comfort crab. Comfort crab. No, okay.
What?
And I love polar bears to death, man. That's so
Oh, I
neat.
do too. They're just
Wait,
Just
because-
try to stay away from them if you can.
Yes, of
Right?
course.
They
There's
love you
no.
to death in a different way.
Yeah.
wait, if polar bears are semi-aquatic, could they be Joshua?
I mean, they probably
Maybe.
could. Genuinely. You got something going there.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
write that down.
Write that down, write that
Honestly, if we do another campaign, that's probably an idea. I'll be like, I'm gonna make a polar bear next time.
Oh,
No, legit.
that'd be so cool.
We'll all just be polar bears.
Oh
Hell
god.
yeah.
So I've
Polar
compiled.
bears
like-
drinking
Nice.
We'll be like,
Coca-Cola.
we'll be like a bear, like 3 bears only, but like.
Oh my.
different.
I love that show.
Look, I just want to be the one polar bear that drinks Coca-Cola, like in the
Oh my
commercial.
god!
God damn it.
No, do not give in to capitalism.
Whoa,
Oh my
whoa,
lord.
whoa.
I'm drinking
No
a Diet
capitalism.
Coke right now. So.
That- okay,
As-
gamers.
dang.
So
As you can see by the many doodles here.
as the many doodles depict, they're Scooby-Doo villains, Your Honor.
What's the Scooby-Doo?
I had to pick the one on the left because the one on the left was the first one we did, and then that dynamic ended up becoming more of Sylvia's parents because like at first we were gonna go with the route of like, oh, Toby's always known that they were villains, da 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 da, but then you were like, actually, I don't want Toby to know that they were villains like his whole life. Like I think that would be worse. And I'm like, okay. So then we just like scrapped that. So this is like actually like prehistoric villain dad content. But I had to include the other comic on the right because it's like literally one of my favorites ever. Just so you can't steal candy from our baby. Like that's fucking hilarious. That's so dumb. It's so dumb. And all
But
the
it works for
Whiplash
me.
stuff, dude. I'm so happy that's at least something that's not like spoiler territory. Like, we all know that Whiplash is Enigma's ex now, and it's like, thank God we all know. We're all on the same page so we can make fun of it together.
I'd say poor guy, but no.
No.
Nah, not poor
No.
guy at all.
No.
We don't
Nah.
like
I mean
him.
poor, but
I mean, poor gay, yes. Poor guy, no.
I have so much content, it's ridiculous. We like had that whole scene plan though, where Lucas was gonna tell Toby like, oh yeah, so like here's something that happened, and then like Ricky was gonna be like, no, please, God, no. And then Toby was gonna be scarred for life.
like, yeah.
Lamau.
That's the poster I have in my room.
Toby's whole life is just a joke, man.
It's more
It's
fun than
so
And that,
funny.
no, legit, that is one of my favorite comics of just like the. Alright, boys, I'm cooking tonight. You know what that
Alright,
means?
boys, I'm cooking dinner tonight. You know what that means?
Get the fireworks.
No, pizza! What the hell?
Yay.
And then Sam wants fire still. I'm like, oh.
Freaking arsonist.
I
I
love
think
this.
Sam has committed the least amount of arson.
Committed the most.
Ah, that you see.
I-
That you can
That's
prove
actually a
with
great
him.
question.
you can
Who
prove.
was the most arson?
That I can prove. Okay, because like, I mean,
Hi,
we have,
newbie.
Connor's the one that makes Molotov cocktails.
Yeah, I think I genuinely
Yeah, you
can
know,
vouch for
that's fair.
Connor causing the most arson, genuinely.
Well,
Okay, Sam's caused the most verbal arson.
Yeah.
True. Okay,
Yeah.
Connor gets the
Yeah.
most literal arson.
true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just wanted to show off some pink, because oh my god, I love pink. This is fun. Fun color palette, 10 out of 10.
Damn.
Just a pink art appreciation post right here. Here we go.
Look at them go,
Um,
Your Honor.
Oh yeah, Deadweight was
Oh, yeah,
revealed as Toby's nemesis, so that's cool. The first concepts, I look at them and I'm like, oh my god, that's like literally the Spider-Man villain. That's crazy.
Which one?
The very first, like, the first colored one, where he was like really green. I was like, whoa! Like before, I was like, hey, maybe he's like half Kita. He was
Ah.
like just like half monster, and it was just like an undescribed, like just random monster. And I was like, no, what if we just use what already exists in the universe? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we've had that in the back pocket the whole time. We knew that this was gonna come up, so yeah, it's far from over.
Yeah.
Off them over.
You don't get scarred in your face without having some revenge issues, eh?
You don't get raised by villains.
Aye.
Hi. Oh, and then here's some Toby and Caspian art, of course.
Of course.
Yay.
The Bye Boys. We love that for them. Also, I have a tiny sketch in the middle of this, like at the very middle of your dad being able to tie your tie. And I'm so mad that that didn't happen. Because I was like, I sketched it out and I was like, that'd be so cute. And then you're like, we're like, no, Dad, you're embarrassing me, runs off. I was like, damn, my sketch is ruined.
It wasn't meant to be.
It's just so good. There's just so much stuff.
Coy, you beat me to it. Darn it.
Everyone in the chat,
Nice.
let's say
No,
it
get
together.
your fish sticks out of the fucking way now, okay?
Get
Go
your fish
ahead.
sticks out of the way, guys. Here. Get your fish sticks out of the way, guys. Get your fish sticks.
Get your fish sticks here.
sticks here.
Fish sticks, get your fish sticks
Get
here.
your fish sticks.
I'll have you know I consume fish sticks sometimes, and it never
Yum.
doesn't bother
Only
me.
sometimes.
It's been a minute since I've actually had fish sticks legitimately.
Yeah, it's
I
been
should-
like, must have been like 12 the last time I had it.
I should probably get some once to get back to the States.
Oh god.
Damn.
So when you get back to the States, you just go to find a Long John Silver's, I guess.
Probably. I mean, I'm gonna be
No,
driving over to Texas after landing in Atlanta. so...
Do not fish stick from Long John Silver's. Okay, look, if you're gonna go for quality fish sticks, you
Of course you know where to get it.
What?
Of course, right?
Yeah.
Go to a
Go ahead,
catfish park.
tell
for one
us.
thing.
Where do
No.
you get it?
no, never mind, no.
What
Look,
fish stick
okay,
lockdown
Lani,
you
I mean-
do, Toby?
Get your fish sticks out of the way now.
I mean, I'll just order some fish sticks off of Uber Eats. It's fine.
How do you like to cook your fish sticks?
Actually, Actually, if you ever do come by where I live, I know a good place to get catfish. That's probably the
Sounds
closest
good.
thing
Sounds
to.
good.
But do they serve it in
Fish stick.
sticks?
I mean, technically, like, oh god, this is gonna sound bad. I mean,
Oh no.
they're not really skinny fish sticks, so.
Oh, no.
Healthy fish stick. Let's go.
Guys. Okay.
Alright.
Alright, okay.
Oh
I'm cool.
my god.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Alright.
as you can see,
As you
But
can
the point
see,
is,
we-
it's delicious.
We never ever let Toby Ricardo live this down, ever.
Never.
Never.
just a bit. I could really use
It'll
a
be
fish
here
right now.
until we. Like, we'll be all like 75 years old, be like, hey,
Oh my god,
Hey,
fish
Lani.
sticks, Lani!
fish sticks.
Alright,
memes.
guys.
Yeah,
So
all
moving
the-
on from Toby's pain
Yeah.
onto a different kind
So-
of pain. Samuel
Right,
Curtis.
a lot of. I stay awake at night, terrified, remembering Sam's original design because I'm like,
Whoa.
just
Wow.
It's very different. So like,
It is
like
incredibly
obviously the
different.
hood was always there as like a thought, and then like I put like on like another like mask, and so like head wise totally fine. And then like, but like otherwise like in terms of like, having like a jacket totally not there, weird armor completely gone, thank God. And then
I know.
just like it's
the
just
no pants
weird
vibes.
boots. It's just very weird. It's because like, here's what happened, right? Is that like I filled out the sheet for like the character sheet. It was like a digital copy, and on that digital copy, like it had like something like like in terms of like the style that they had to have was like something like stylish or something. And I'm like, okay, well, how do I incorporate something that like looks stylish? Don't know what that means. So I'm like, okay, we'll make something that looks like a weird like avant-garde like runway weird outfit. Cool, whatever. It's very different, very
can't.
weird. And
The
and the
color
other thing too is
palette.
right, and another thing too that I'm more grateful for is that like you saw them like, okay, cool. I'm going to like change this a little obviously in terms of like because like the face like on the actual head like there's like another like mask on the eyes, but I think like originally we had like saw this like what if like his skin was actually like a discolored gray kind of color. I'm like, that sounds cool. And so we went from there, and then we add on. Then I think you had the idea of like adding on like the gem on the forehead, and we sort of like built from that.
Yeah.
And that was sort of kind of like it's weird because thinking on it, like Sam, I feel like has like changed drastically. Like I feel like even like before, like it wasn't until I feel like that I got into like actually our like session 0 and like playing and like interacting with the
Mhm.
other people that I knew what personality Sam would even have.
Right.
Like like I didn't like I had no idea like how I was gonna play him, and I was so worried. I'm like, oh, is he gonna be like a cool character? Is he gonna be like a mysterious character? Like what kind of
He's
person
just
he's
a
gonna be? And then
Goofy goblin.
he's just a goofy goblin, and at the end of the day, it ended up just
Goofy
being
goblin.
like my like suppressed like self from like the from, like me as like hiding like my like non-neuro like typical side, my like neurodivergent side. Like, cool, we're gonna make this character different than me in the way that he just speaks his mind, and that made him into a goblin.
I
And
love
that's
that. It's
and
so
that's
good.
how we get. That's how we get. And then I think like, obviously I think like some things we plotted out before that like ended up being kind of like the whole like living in a warehouse kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which had like which I think like started off being kind of like I think I started off kind of like wanting to make like because he's the doom, he's gonna like die and whatnot. So I was like, oh cool, kind of make this like very serious kind of thing and like really plot out like make it sad that he like ran away from home and like lives in this like really like beat down warehouse and and whatnot. And then like incorporate like the idea of cats, and I'm like, oh, this is actually fun. I like cats. Let's make this even more absurd. And it just went from serious to absurd like
So quickly.
very quickly.
It's just it makes so much sense for Sam though, because that's a really interesting way to spin a doomed. Instead of acting the gloom, you're just like, oh well, I'm gonna die. Hee hee. It's like,
Right.
whoa, like it's a really interesting way to play the character, and I'm happy how it turned out anyway. Like, I can't imagine Sam being serious now. That would be
Right?
so weird. Like, I couldn't imagine edgy Sam.
Right, like he has like I think the only times you really see him be serious is like when he's talking to the Tarquin.
Yeah.
And those are great.
Yeah.
When he's getting slapped in the face.
I'm not afraid, are you?
I know. God. There's some solid lines in there. But look at how different it is from the beginning. Like, we were like, oh, Mushio knows all about your doom and the danger you're in. And which, you know, I feel like kind of held up. Mushio, like, as a harbinger, like, has been rolling and rolling and rolling and has been trying to learn more. At least is trying to actively help you. So.
Yes.
I feel like they're pretty good pals. But I just thought it was funny that, like, you were like, Sylvia's gonna be my best friend before I die. And I was like, that's so random now.
Right? Like, at the time it made sense, because, like, going into it, it's like, like, so confident, so fearless. That's what Sam kind of wants to be. That makes sense, so you'd, like, gravitate towards that. And it just turned out being like,
Toby.
Oh, actually, it makes more sense for him to, like, think about it now. I'm like, yeah, no, it makes sense for him to be like friends with like Toby and Amari because like, again, like going into it, I didn't know what Sam's personality would be, and they just turned out to be like kind of like silly and goofy. It's like it kind of makes sense because it's like Sylvia is like awesome, badass, but also a little bit more like chaotic in a different way. Like Sam's chaotic good, where you're like Sylvia kind of is like more like, you know, leans more towards like, yeah, let's do some bad stuff, and Sam's like, yeah, let's not throw cats at people. That's awful.
Let's throw cats at people.
That'd be a weird thing for Sam to do,
and do
considering
really
how much of a
minuscule
cat lover
annoyance
he
crimes.
is.
Right, like petty crimes. That's
petty crimes.
It's like, yeah, let's draw on the wall.
It's weird because I'm thinking of like all like Sam's crimes. They're not actually petty crimes. Like they're like, you know, like in like the warehouse, where it's just like you ruined my stealing police tape. And then just like
you die.
Tape, petty crime. But then ruining the news article. Well, I guess you have to die now.
Literally. God, okay, would you say that Sam grew closer to the team, away from the team, or into the image of himself in season 1?
You know, I think he grew closer. I think it's like a slow, like, process of growing closer, because he's, like, hesitant, but, like,
yeah,
Toby really, like, put a lot of effort into
he really
him to,
did.
like, be, like, getting Sam to be, like, a lot closer. It's like, okay, alright, that's good on you. You played hard and you won.
Yay!
You played the game.
Gosh, we have a lot of Sam icons, and now we actually did get to see what was under the mask. Dear God.
Yes. That secret that I had been harbingering since like the beginning.
Literally. I also love
shocking people.
There's like a little icon on the right. I don't know if we ever used it, but that's like actually Devon's cat. I drew on with Sam.
Yeah.
So your cat has a cameo, which is like cute, and I don't know if we ever used the icon, but it's there.
I don't know if we did.
I've never seen that in my life.
Oh, well.
Right? I don't know if we
It was there.
It was there. I don't know if we got to use it in like season 1. I have no idea if it showed up.
It was like.
I just
sorry, I
wanted
wanted
to
like
because it doesn't have the mask.
Yes.
When do you think it was, Uni?
So like there was a moment like with Sam. I remember I was talking to Devon. We were like, what if we like, I think it was when you were like still like deciding between Scout and things, where it was like you're like, hey, can I get like a cat of like my own cat kind of thing? I was like, yeah, sure. So I like made one of the background cats like Devon's like IRL cat, and that was the design of that cat, and I'm pretty sure that's why it wasn't in. I'm not sure if it was utilized because of that or like what, so.
Maybe.
Right, it may have been like a concept thing, and then I came back and I'm like, oh wait, you know what'd be cooler? Ghost cat.
Ghost cat that only I can see.
Ghost cat.
Yeah.
Ghost cat.
We also got to see a little glimpse of what Sam used to look like with his little child version that he got turned into in the basement, and I was like, oh, my heart!
Oh, you used to be
I was surprised we got to use that, and I was like, "There's no way we're ever gonna get to use this." And then like,
you
suddenly
never
it's like,
know.
oh.
You never know. But, oh my gosh, here are some of my favorite Sam moments. Obviously, I had to pick the memory swap thing, because, like, that was crazy. Like, you really looked at Enigma and you were like, fuck you! You unleashed all of your hell onto that man. Like, it was so funny. Like, the first chance you got, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna show him my whole childhood. I'm gonna show him the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to me. And I'm also gonna show him losing everyone I love. Like, oh my god!
It was
was
so fun.
relentless!
It was so funny though, because it was just like unintentionally. Because like the very first like episode that we had, where like they were all like battling like kill switch. It's like cool. You touched.
You touched the dark one. You die.
You got like your memories got flooded or whatnot, and that just like happened again to like Toby's other father.
Literally.
Without him knowing that that was his other father, so it just like scarred both of my
Literally.
adopted parents before they
I know.
had a chance.
Toby's like fingers pointing emoji, like, can we adopt him? And they're like, that one? What the hell? Why? They're so scared of Sam.
And to answer Dracos's question, technically, Sam talks somewhat telepathically.
Yeah. We figured that out later on. It was like a thing where we were like, how does Sam eat? I guess just telepathically, speaks telepathically. We don't know. It's just, Sam's an entity.
Don't question it too much.
Don't question it.
Sam's a gremlin, a goblin, a ghoul.
Yes.
A goober
God.
even.
But I did
I
include
wouldn't say goober.
the newspaper incident because that was just like that was like our first drama session. It was so 100% improvised, and that was just insanity. And then of course the slapping on the pier, that was also nuts. Cause like
That was
you guys were like in
Murder.
the midst of like an arc, to say the least. And then you stabbing yourself with the corruption stone. What the hell, man? Me as a
That was
GM,
wild.
I was freaking
That was
out.
wild.
I was like, oh my god, my Doom just died. Like, this is, oh my god, like, this is like it. We're gonna have to make a whole new character for Devon. This sucks. Like, I was freaking out.
That was like the funniest thing in the world. Just like, oh, okay, stabs myself.
It's like, well, if you're gonna try and hit Muscio, I'll hit you.
That's the funniest thing ever. It's just like we are just trying our best to keep Sam alive.
Literally.
Sam has no qualms. He's just like he has like no regard for his own life. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna die anyway. I can use this as leverage. And like I didn't figure in that moment that I think I was thinking the Charcoal one like, well, clearly like back out. It's like, okay, was I backing out? I guess I'll have to stab myself.
Hey, I mean, that's
It worked.
It worked.
It worked
you
out
have to
because you had a
understand.
move. Like, you had the
That is
newborn
true.
move. And if you didn't,
I
I
did.
genuinely do not know what we would have done in that situation.
You have to understand.
That
it's
would
just
have been bad.
It's a Ricardo thing to put yourself in immense danger.
I see.
We see.
Who learned it from whom? I wonder.
Oh.
It's a good question.
That's a great question.
It really
actually.
is. Oh yeah, and I included the moving in picture because that was like the cutest thing ever. Like dragging all the cats in. Your parents are like, "Hey kids, what are you doing?" And Sam's like, "Yeah, I just have like 500 goddamn cats, and they're just gonna stay here now. Sorry." It was just so like, guys just dumped it on him. It was so good. There's
Crazy
just
cat, Darkwood.
so many great moments, and like the character art gets a little bit thinner as we go on because a lot of the art that I have for some of the characters, other player characters, are spoiler related. So in case you're wondering why there's like just a million pieces of art for some characters and not so much others, it's because spoilers. But we do have some pretty good Sams. I had like my little first concepts on here. We have
So
the
great.
universe little sketch down here.
Right, it's so lovely. Like if it's like that looks so cool. I almost want to get the tattoo, but but I will hold off.
Man. I think we
Maybe.
just found a text post bot one day and we were like going to town with it in the
Yeah.
Discord server.
We were. We loved
Kill
that
them
for
only
us.
a little.
God, and then I did all these sketches of Mushio and Sam, like, oh my god. Because that was, like, the most horrifying thing to me. I was like, oh no. Mushio went all the way back in time to save Sam. You can't tell me this happens. I love the Sam and Toby sleepover sketch, too. Like, Toby gets so, like, weird and tired. It's so great. God. And then, oh god, the Tarquin people in general. We only have got to see, like, them, like once so
A
far.
little bit.
Yeah,
Just a little
they'll,
bit.
They'll pop up more.
They'll
I
pop
would
up.
assume.
They'll pop up.
They'll pop up like cockroaches when you least want to
Yeah.
see them.
And
Yeah,
then they'll be even worse
100%.
and they'll be palmettos and they'll have wings and fly at you.
Don't give me that shit. Ugh.
They're like ticks with wings. Just an
Yeah.
awful,
Ugh.
awful thing.
Bro, you gotta love it. You gotta love it when like those little roaches that just you're ready to kill it, but then they like fly somewhere. And you're just like, oh god, no.
It's just
Here
a
we
whole new
go.
level. It's
Right.
a whole new level.
It evolved.
Yeah, it is.
No. And much like the palmetto bugs, no to the Tarquin call.
Yeah, we say no to the Tarquin Cole, guys.
So one of those like after school PT, like just like school specials, like, hey kids, we know you think it's cool to join the Tarquin.
It's
don't.
not. Yeah.
Stay away from drugs and
Like-
creepy people.
What's the acronym for it? Like the program, like DARE or something.
Oh my god.
The
Dare?
acronym is STOP.
Stop.
Just like,
What if it's rock? What if it's
Oh
rock?
god, okay.
Oh god, Ron. Speaking of gremlins,
Speaking of
Okay.
gremlins,
Oh
also,
my god.
oh gosh, the boss music is playing again. Hold on, let me let's not do
That's-
that.
I mean, isn't
That's the
Newbie,
T. Newbie's going to be the big boss man. That's what it is.
no,
No.
for real.
also,
Big
I-
crime
I-
boss.
Also, not to
Yes.
interrupt, but I think there was at some point like a donation that popped up. on
There
the screen
was. I'm
at
gonna
some
read it
point.
actually right now.
Oh, good.
Let's get this. There we go. So we did have one question. It's actually for you, Nate, from somebody named It's Connor Nelson. LOL. And
Okay.
they asked. Nate said he wasn't in the States. Where is he?
Oh, I am currently in Turkey at the moment, but I will be going back to the States literally in about 2 weeks from now. Yay! Like around the 20th, so I'll be
Let's
back
go.
in the States then.
That's a convenient day to be back. Something's happening
I
on
know,
the
right?
20th. I wonder what could be happening on the 20th of September for any reason
That
in
is the question.
particular.
Do you remember
Do you
the
remember?
20th of September? Okay.
Alright, so let's talk about Newbie and what in the world was the first concept of Newbie about? Because
Okay, so like this is around the time where I like had no time to really like I want to say this right now. When it comes to any sort of like D&D related session or anything like that, I have no plans. I
yeah,
have like I don't really think about anything until it's like on the spot.
yeah.
Like I am probably the most wild card out of everybody.
I can, yes, me GMing this shit. I was constantly like, Nate, please, do you have anything? You don't? Okay, well, guess what? I have a million things for you to do. And
It's
you're just
you
like,
and
cool.
Connor.
And then you would just like freeball it, and I'd be like, damn, this is so good. What the hell?
Yeah. So I will say this right now. So when we first got started, I was kind of in a really huge We Bear Bears phase at this point. So like I had this idea of Newbie to actually be a koala bear, because
Aw.
I guess it was like a robotic koala bear. I think is what it was.
Yeah.
What I was trying to go for, and so like after talking for a little bit, we were just like, okay, how about we actually make this into like a little raccoon boy? And I was like, okay, actually, I can work with this.
Yeah.
And so, as we kind of came out together, I did wanted to play more of an kind of the like a little bit of a asshole-ish character in this one, and we're like, yeah, we could probably pick the brain for it. And yes, he was.
You did a good job.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. And it was something that I really kind of find interesting because, like, when it comes to characters who do play like very scientific or sciencey, just like, okay, they're more of like the guy in the van just telling people what to do and stuff. And I'm like, no, I kind of want to make him a little bit more of like kind of like a dealer in a way. Like people are just like, okay, I'll do this for a price type
Yeah.
of deal. So like pretty much essentially with this character, I made him like, all right, kind of a little bit of a prodigy child in a way, with the name Charles Darby Newton is essentially just putting in Charles Darby since he was the one that I'm trying to remember. He was the one that made the I was trying to remember, like he came up with a theory with how like how humans come up with genes, I think. Something like that. I can't remember.
I can't remember.
But
either,
you
bro.
mean
Charles Darwin?
Darwin? Yeah.
Yeah, Darwin. Charles Darwin. Yeah. So
that's
I changed the name from
okay.
Darwin to Darby, and then I put Newton because, you know,
Isaac.
On-
Isaac Newton.
As a fun tangent, because I'm like, oh, maybe, because I thought that it was like Charles Darwin. I'm like, well, no, he's saying like Charles Derby. So I googled Charles Derby, and apparently it's like a Charles Derby Sabini, who was a mob boss, and like that sounds like maybe.
Boy, we know what you're doing.
Oh,
we know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I kind of merged like very sciencey names with Charles Darwin and then added Newton as well because Isaac Newton. But that's kind of how his name kind of came to be. So like I really wanted to play around with the idea of with the fact that he has kind of been genetically mutated in this case and have been adopted by these two parents who wanted to have the smartest kids at school, and so they picked what they considered to be one of the smartest animals, which was a raccoon. So that's kind of like how the origin story came in for Newbie. And of course they have very, very high expectations of him, especially with trying to play a big role in Root at the time, when we first initially kind of came up with ideas for him. So that's just kind of like the gist of how he came from robotic koala to what he is now. And I'm sorry for like the very cringy art because I had like no.
It's so good. I don't know
tools
what you're talking
whatsoever.
about. It's so cute. We ended
That
up
is
keeping the
high
robot
quality.
theme.
I mean, that is some high quality MS Paint shit.
It is. It's great.
Oh.
But like we did end up using the robot anyway because we made Proto.
Yeah, we did. Yes, that's kind of like we kind of still use the robotic aspect into the story, which is really nice. So it was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. God, and
making
look how
little
different
shit.
everything is now. Like, you supposedly you told Amari about your shame and asked for their confidence, which I feel like you guys did have a conversation in front of the lockers before. And you might have brought it up maybe once, but like, I think it's interesting. That like, I think that held up a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. It's like
I suppose so.
yeah, though I think
I
the
think they're
funniest
still
one.
pretty close because like then even after the Dungeons and Drive-ins, like Amari came and was like, hey, we got you this comfort cat, we really wanted you to come, like let's go talk to Dr. Cosmo. Like the fact that they're both level-headed, I think like really helped them in the first arc because
Yeah.
like I
Yeah,
feel like they
I
were
think
pretty
that
good
would-
friends.
I think that what kind of broke the like, I guess like Amari's like, well there was obviously a lot of like newbie shenanigans going on in the background, you know, with all of his like everything. But I think what mostly like kind of drifted them apart was more or less the like time when like Mushio was like freaking out because then Amari was like, I'm succumbing to peer pressure. I think that this person is dangerous.
Yeah, I think we'll get to that.
We
I'm
will.
sure we'll get to
We
that.
will.
Yeah.
Though I think the funny thing about this was the fact that you wish it could be better hero, more,
More like
Saturday.
Saturday!
That is like the
Bro,
most hilarious.
Can you imagine if Newbie took after Saturnian? Jesus Christ!
I would pay good money to see Newbie act like Saturni.
Nate, give us your
So
best
much
Saturnian
earlier
impression right now, please,
Oh
for our
my
sanity.
God. Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
You gotta do like the super panic, kind of high pitched thing.
It's like, It's like, oh my goodness. What do you think I should do with this? It's a very interesting. Is it a toaster? I'm not sure what to do with this. Do I put bread and it becomes toast? Why are you putting a bagel in there?
No.
I thought it was a toaster.
No,
I
no,
love
put
it
it
so
back.
much.
No, put it
Wow.
back.
So much.
No.
Wow.
No,
Oh.
that is officially
It's
I love
cursed
that.
as
That's my
fuck. What?
favorite
No.
thing ever. My favorite thing ever. I will cut this from the stream and I will play it when I am sad.
Hey, just look. Just remember, toasters toast.
But why
Okay.
are people putting bagel in toaster? I thought it was only for toast.
It sure doesn't make any sense to me, Newbie. Don't worry, we could just be confused together. Maybe Mushio knows something.
Yeah, we should go to Mushio.
I
He
do not,
always
in
knows
fact,
me.
know what a toast or bagel is. Jesus Christ, this is cursed. Yeah, so
Bro,
that's
that is
hilarious.
Toasters.
Yeah, that is like the funniest thing looking back at that. Like,
Could you, if you could replace it though, what would you think you'd replace it with now at the end of the arc? Like, who do you think Newbie would look up to at this point?
Honestly, Frey.
Aw, yeah! That's great. You're
Yeah,
I
so
feel
true
like-
for that.
Yeah, I feel like Frey has probably been the closest to Newbie in the first arc, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were buds.
Yep.
Okay.
especially with like how everything kind of went down when it comes to like, hey, we don't trust this guy, and then Frey's like, oh,
Yeah.
not that bad.
And then Faye was like, I judge on character, not like what Future Man says. And we were like, oh.
God. Okay, so would you say Newbie grew closer to the team, away from the team, or into the image of himself in season
Oh,
one?
he grew far away from the team.
Aw, yeah, especially towards
I-
the end, man. That ending
Yeah.
scene.
That one,
Ah.
I like, because I think because of the fact that throughout the first arc he was very distant from everyone already, and so like when the rest of the team kind of started really rumors about him possibly
Mhm.
being more of a bad guy than not, it became a lot more apparent to him that they really don't want to kind of associate with him in a way that he would like for them to do, because like even though he makes deals, he does try to be friendly with others, or at least be
Yeah.
solid acquaintances. But especially what happened at the end with
Oh, the flare
with,
breaking.
the flare breaking and things and things of
Oh.
that nature, it just became
Jesus.
very apparent that like he was not a very happy boy at the end of it, and just like, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to rock it on my own as per usual.
Aw.
So I think by the end of the arc, I think he grew away from the team at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
That
how does
also-
this image of Miranda make you feel now that you know that she basically told Sam, like, yeah, I'm a root spy and I'm after Newbie. We're gonna put a tracker on him. And then I just so cheerfully drew Miranda and Newbie being pals. And I'm like, they're gonna be best friends!
Honestly, I do feel some kind of way about it, because I know that like in the beginning, I think that like I
She
did
tried
pick
so
her to
hard.
be
Yes!
besties, but then
I was
like,
so
hey,
excited when you did that, dude, because I knew what she was about, and when you said that, I was just like, oh, you're falling right into my trap.
So I kind of found it funny about that, and just like, okay, so cool. Everyone's plotting against me. I'm just gonna go ahead and just be that one isolated boy. I guess my Sasuke art starts now. Let's do it.
Literally. The poor
Yeah.
thing. God. But nevertheless, we got all these lovely little newbies.
The little noob.
He is actually Frankenstein for Halloween, which was cute. It was just kind of in the
Yeah.
background. I included Newbie swimwear too, because I think there was a moment where you kept switching to like the little sunglasses and phone like selfie in the back of class once, and I was like, why? But it was just funny. And then
He's just trying to fit in.
Yeah.
a funny
he's trying to
icon.
be the cool guy.
It's a cute icon. And then I included
Right,
his little
the
child
cutest one is
version,
at the
too.
far right. At
Yeah,
the top
that's his
there is the
child
cutest
version.
one.
Yeah, baby newbie.
Baby Newbie.
You can show baby.
We didn't see him, but it's there. The lucid music just started playing, and I looked around genuinely like, oh no. It's time for nonsense.
Time for wildness.
Gosh. I can't believe how much we didn't talk about Frodo in season 1.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about him at all.
Newbie
Like,
was
he
very locked down about this. I'm like, dang. Dang, we got like
Yeah.
one picture and a mention of him once, and I was like, God, this girl. So, at least we have that to look forward to. Wink.
Yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. He'll little Frodo will become a pretty big, pretty
Little
key
Frodo!
piece. He'd be a pretty key piece in the second season for sure. Like I'm very excited.
Me too.
Season 2 trailer. Season 2 trailer.
Season 2 trailer. Oh my God, season 2 trailer.
Ugh.
It says it all. It does. God.
Yes, Twilight Amari, that is Frodo. Frodo is the name of the little robot doggo.
He's Frodo the prototype.
Yeah. He's the first of his kind.
First prototype, Frodo.
Yeah,
Very first, the only one.
the only one.
The only one.
Here are some of my favorite newbie moments, though. Such as catching the cryptics in the dark in the gym. Like, that was the funniest thing of, like, Kifo thinking she's like, I got you guys in the bag, and then you guys just roll super high and, like, possess the gym and scare Lucid and Kifo off.
The funniest thing is like we came up with that on the fly of just like those pictures of like the little raccoon.
Literally.
They look at you and their eyes just like reflect.
Oh my God, that whole scene was
Oh my
crazy.
God.
The fact they're on the bus and Sam's like, hey, so I think this ghost is following me, Newbie, can you help me? Newbie didn't even question if Sam was like insane. Newbie's just like, yeah, sure, I made a device to talk to ghosts, here you go. It was just so like,
Exactly.
oh, like, okay, like, Newbie will help you with anything, really.
It's like, hey, as long as I get paid, that's all that matters.
Literally.
I'm not gonna question. I'm not gonna question the motives.
I think it was so funny too how like Sam got a calculator from Moose Geo and then you implemented it into the machine, but like Moose Geo tampered with it so Newbie couldn't mess with it, so you ended up messing up Sam's machine anyway. The way that happened was just so, oh God.
It's like, hey, I made some use of it because I like electronics, okay? I wasn't trying to like dive deep into it that much. I just thought it'd be a nice little thing to use to talk to ghost people.
Jesus.
Is that too much to ask?
God, and we can't forget about yeeting the raccoon. Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god.
He almost died!
You have no
I played the
idea.
bit.
You have no like I don't think people understand that you guys have no idea how many times Newbie has been thrown around.
I'm
throughout this
sorry.
entire
Not really.
series. No, you're not.
No, not at all.
Compilation at the very end of Brightside of every time Newbie
Oh,
was
goodness.
yeeted.
So I will say like the one moment that's not on the screen right now that I was like
Mm-hmm.
I kind of had literal chills was the Musio scene when it happened originally.
Yes! I don't think I had like my screen cap for it on hand, but
Yeah, but like oh
Oh,
my goodness.
God.
Like that cuz like literally he was being very very genuine
he
to him too.
was.
And it's like I hope you're not making a mistake. And considering how close to
Oh.
cracking that Musio was, I was like, all right, I'm killing this man right now.
Mushio was done. He's like, all the choices you have made have been poor. I was like, oh my
I'm
God!
like, it's like, yo, I'm like,
He's
bro,
going off!
I'm-
It's so scary.
It's just like, okay, so there's this like 8-foot lizard thing ready to choke me out right now,
Newbie's
saying that,
so
oh, you became a failure. Everything you make has been terrible for our world, not just in this school, our world. I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
I know!
chillax.
Mushio, calm down! God!
Like, I'm just, and all of this happened because he was just trying to help him. I'll be like, hey, I want to talk to you secretly about this because like I don't want to put your business out there in the world, but like everybody was going to pester about it, so I'm like, okay, fine. This is what I know.
I just think it's so ironic. The one time Newbie is honest, he gets absolutely destroyed. Like, no wonder why he was like, fuck you guys, it just broke the flare. Like, I don't blame him. Like, but that's the point. That's the point of Mushio, though. Like, I have him there to create tension. And, like, you know, that's what the point of the Harbinger is like, trying to figure out if they are the same person. God, it was so good. That was so
It was just like, dang. It's like he's not realizing that he is creating the monster he's trying to destroy.
Literally.
No, for real.
Literally. I think I did screenshot something where you guys were pointing that out later in this stream. I'll show you. You guys literally pointed it out. You guys were like, bro, Mushio, what the hell?
He's like, damn, dude.
But yeah, that moment of breaking the flare was crazy, because, like, we all were not expecting it, and you're just like, I'm just gonna break it to relieve my angry condition, and I was like, oh my god. And then, yeah, like, that, and then you just put it into, like, the vault with everything else. God, man. Hurts.
Yeah.
Newbie has
like,
some painful moments.
It's like, goodness gracious, man. We gotta... I'm just trying to put in all of my sad feelings and forget about them. That's all that matters.
No.
It's very suppressed.
Poor thing.
Poor baby.
These were some of my first concepts I drew of Newbie, though, which was kind of cool. Always had the bow tie. I don't know what it was. I was just like, he's just a little guy. He just needs a bow tie. He's just a little guy.
Hey man, everybody loves little guys with bow ties.
It's like Bill Nye.
Oh my god!
Bill Nye, that bow tie guy.
Okay, I'm sorry that I started this trail of rhymes.
It's okay.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah. We'll see more
so
of Newbie in Arc 2, so we'll share more of that artwork at a later time.
Y'all are not ready. That's all I gotta say. Y'all are not ready.
Alright, Connor Nelson. Connor Nelson! It's your turn, Connor Nelson!
Alright. Jeez, you're so annoying.
Oh my god, Connor Nelson, look! I make like a very, like you have to like squint, but like I'm like on the screen right now. It's kind of a big deal, man. I'm just saying. It's kind of like all about me.
Yep, clearly. All about you.
Yeah.
All about you, yeah. Despite the fact there's like 5 of me on screen and 1 of you. And a comfort crab.
Comfort crab.
The fact that comfort crab has more screen than you, Lisa. What do you have to say about that?
Don't
Which,
worry.
by the way, is a great show. You should watch it.
No!
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, so, gosh, Connor.
Yes.
Our sick boy. We had some crazy illnesses right off the bat. Like, we have like a whole, like, 100-thing list of things that Connor could have gotten. And I remember, like, him getting some, like, pretty serious crap right off the bat. And we were like, whoa. Because like, I was expecting it to be like, like, sore throat or, like, cough or something generic. But it was like, oh, Addison's disease. Oh!
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And technically, it's 95 different diseases because 5 of them is actually days where he's miraculously cured for the day. Which, as you guys know from season 1, he was cured twice in this season.
Yeah,
kind of crazy to think about.
Oh.
The odds of him being cured is so low that it's amazing that he got it twice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. All honestly, like I was like, the dice gods were just so great to give it to you on Halloween too.
I know.
Of
It's
all
like
days.
And he went ham on the candy.
He did. He lived his best life for one day.
Dressed as death.
Dressed as death.
Yeah, just as a Grim Reaper. I mean, this is more of a me thing. Like, if I ever to dress up as Halloween, at least back then, I was more like a traditional, classic, old school costume kind of guy. So I'd probably dress up as like the Grim Reaper or vampire or Frankenstein or something like that.
Right.
Nice.
But I guess I would just say how Connor Nelson came to be.
Yeah.
So what's really fun about Connor Nelson was I originally was not going to be like this kind of person. Like I was going to be something more generic. Like I would be the guy that's like Beast Boy from Teen Titans, where I can just morph into any creature I want. But of course, it was 2020 and good old pandemic hit. Good old COVID. So it just got me brainstorming a little bit about how, what if he was just sick? And that was his superpower. And that's just basically how I came up with this character. Just have him rotate each day with a different illness that he could transfer onto other people. And the name Connor, I went with Connor because Connor, Contagion, Connor, it kind of flows. And then Nelson is just Nelson is just sort of a variation of my actual last name, which is Ninist, but I changed it to Nelson because that's more common.
Oh.
That's so awesome.
Connor
At first, I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, Connor because COVID," and I was like, "That's very sad."
I actually never thought of it that way, but
Okay.
no, I was just thinking of what name is similar to contagious is what I should say, not contagion,
Yeah.
contagious.
Oh,
And
that's
where
so
Connor comes in.
cool.
Yeah, so that's how he
Damn.
got his name
That's so awesome.
because he's literally contagious, and it's just kind of funny like that.
God, Connor's so cool, man. So much happened. I just can't believe the first thing that you filled out where it was everything was your parents. And like now we can see how that's changed. Like if you could re-answer these questions, like who do you think comforted you when you're at your lowest in season 1 so far?
I mean, aside from my parents, that's a tough question because I don't think Connor like grew closer to the team necessarily, but more just grew himself,
Yeah.
so to speak. I mean, I know he made friends with like Moose Geo and Saturni and
Lofi.
I think Lofi, Lofi
Yeah.
and all that.
Lucid.
And Wyatt too towards the end.
Well, I wouldn't say
They were, like,
Lucid yet.
Lucid.
They were like
They were
they
like
were like
frenemies.
weird frenemies
Yeah,
at the time.
they
Yeah,
had-
they were like weird
Lucid-
frenemies.
You can't really be friends with Lucid.
We all tolerate Lucid.
Yeah, you
That's
tolerate
what it is.
Lucid,
We
alright?
tolerate him.
Correct.
Aw.
That's right. That's right. Oh yeah, and thanks, Koi. I completely forgot. Of course, you grew closer to Comfort Crab.
Oh yeah. Comfort Crab
Of
comforted
course.
you when you were at your lowest.
And to
Comfort
answer
Crab
Laura-
knew you before you changed.
And to answer Lauren's question, yeah, pretty much. COVID-19 was a reason Connor Nelson existed. So he would have been a completely different character if it wasn't for the pandemic.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay, pandemic.
Yay? Question mark?
I mean, considering how this next season goes, I mean, maybe it's for the best, honestly.
Well, y'all will just have to see. Y'all will just have to see.
You will. You will.
No,
You will. Stairs.
just no.
Alright.
He's just here to help people.
Decided to throw up some of the like, icons for Connor. Of course, we have the corruption one that became so
Oh.
iconic.
That was so fun.
That was so fun.
That was the most fun I've ever had, period.
Same.
In Brightside.
That was the best moment ever. It was just like,
Because where Connor is at the end of season 1 is not what I was expecting Connor to be. Like I had like a different approach to what Connor is going to be, but it didn't turn out that way. And this was like this one moment where I could actually kind of be what Connor was, what I was sort of trying to make him be in the end. And that was sort of that moment where I had that opportunity. So when Holly said, "So, do you want to just be out of the game or spread the disease?" I just immediately jumped on spread the disease.
it was so good.
Genuinely, there's like there's only a couple of times that like I was like afraid that we were going to die and the entire campaign was going to be over, and I will never like the moment you shouted the words "spread the disease," I'm like, what the fuck? We are dead. Oh, shit.
I went completely unhinged.
No, for
Yeah,
real.
you
Also
did.
great. And it was also great because this was the first session in my new house. Like I wasn't in an apartment anymore. I was in my house. And The only bad thing was I didn't have internet set up, so I had to use my phone. That's why the audio quality on my end was not as good as prior episodes, because I just didn't have internet set up at my house yet, so I had to use my phone. So, but despite that, the fact that I have my own place with no roommates and I don't share a wall with anyone, I was able to just go berserk.
Yeah,
as I was
it was
losing control.
crazy. I that was like the craziest thing ever. I just thought it was so funny how Connor starts screaming and freaking out because he's getting corrupted, and then you just hear Devon like deep sigh and go, "All right, I'm getting the desk." It was just
Oh,
so
man.
funny. I was like, "What the hell?" This whole session was a nightmare, but in a good way.
I was so into it that I don't think I recall hearing Devon say anything.
It was
I
so
was
funny.
just
It
like-
came up on the recording so clear. It's just distant screaming, and then Devon going, "I'll get the desk." It's just so like, damn it. It's so funny.
And Twilight, I'm glad you brought that up because Holly thinks literally the exact same thing. That the
Yes!
poor audio quality kind of makes it
felt
more.
like the mask was giving you a modulator. Like the mask was all clogged up with goo, you know? That's how I perceived it.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Saturni.
Oh, hey, it's
Hi,
Attorney! Evan! I haven't talked about your character yet, but I will.
You missed Saturni. You missed Nate doing
You
an
missed
impression.
Nate doing an impression of you.
It was great.
Oh, wow, everybody's so excited to see Evan, damn. Forget all of us, I guess.
Right?
Forget all of us. There's Evan.
Dang. But yeah, I have a little bit of counter art that's not spoiler related. We have like a cool sketch here that, I don't know if you want to explain the story of how you got the sketch, but
I'm
I think
waiting
it's very
for.
fitting.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, I can definitely tell that. So, I think this was early 2021. Around that time, the vaccines were becoming more and more available for us to take. And there was this artist named Invincible Sugar that was offering free sketch drawings of whatever character you want if you take the COVID-19 vaccine. So when I took my first one, I showed this artist proof, and I showed him the character I was playing as in Brightside, and basically that's the end result.
It's
Oh,
so
wow.
cool that you got it's so ironic that like you got like a vaccine, like a cure for something, and then you got a sketch of your character that is chronically ill.
Yeah, I think I even told Invincible Sugar like what the character is. I mean, who the character is, and what his powers are, and it was just kind of. I guess you could say there's a lot of irony to it, so to speak.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
I think it's awesome. I just really like the sketch too, so I included it because it was awesome.
And I can't help but to think the hero costume design, although it's obviously not exactly the same, but
Yeah.
for some reason I keep looking at the hero costume and I keep thinking of Baxter Stockman from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the original one. I don't know why.
That might be the inspiration.
I was gonna say, damn, I didn't know you had yellow rain boots.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
When I made the hero outfit pretty later on compared to like some people's hero outfits came later, but when I was like talking to Tyler about it, we were like going back and forth about gloves because we were like, wait, if Connor's like putting on the hero outfit, it's probably to spread whatever whatever he's doing. So we like killed the gloves. So I was like, well, I still think like it looking like a lab outfit, like a biolab kind of like cool thing. Like obviously they wear like boots or closed-toed shoes, and I was like, we're gonna go rain boots because I love drawing rain boots. So that's pretty much the
Rain
reason why.
And yeah, the lab costume idea kind of goes into the fact that if Newbie's a master of like mechanics, Connor's like the master of biology and chemistry.
Yeah. Which is so true. Like this whole time, like Connor was the one making cool chemical contraptions and stuff to like beat up the bad guys.
And the reason why he's so good at biology and chemistry is prior to going to Brightside, he was so desperate to find his own cure that he would just research biology and chemistry and anything he could think of to find this cure, this medicine, the whatever to fix his ailment, and while it didn't come to fruition in the end, he at least could use it for other means.
Right. It's so cool, man. Also, everybody's so excited about the sketches. the Connor evil, like, grin. I love it so much.
Oh god. Don't get me sick, I'll kill you!
Don't get me sick! Stay the fuck away!
I'm cured today.
I don't give a shit. I hate being sick. Blech.
Maybe Lucid's afraid that if cured Connor like touches Lucid, that Lucid will suddenly lose his dream capabilities or something.
Oh!
Ooh, that'd be rough.
Don't make me feel better. Edge, edge, edge. God.
Well,
no,
don't worry,
man.
that didn't happen. You're safe.
I almost completely forgot that Florida Man was like a huge plot point in this arc, dude.
He won.
He won,
Dude, that
dude.
became.
Yeah.
I freaking
Restore.
love Florida Man because of like how. I don't know why. I just fell in love with this
Is
guy.
honestly one of the few times where we can all stand Florida Man.
Like, it's so funny. I made this character as a goddamn joke. I was like, you know, it'd be really funny how, like, we joke that, like, Florida Man is, like, a single entity. Like, he has done all the things that have appeared in the Florida Man, like, news article titles. He has, like, this really bad reputation. He's just, like, cuckoo bonkers. And then, like, you guys just, like, loved him, and I was like, why? I was joking, but, like, slay, I guess.
Well, I just love the concept of a villain who thinks he's so, you know, up in the tops of the best villains, but all he does is like jaywalks, wear socks with sandals and shit. Like more like petty crimes.
Yeah.
And Connor over here is not upset by the fact he's doing crimes. He's upset. It's like, dude, you're so pathetic. You could do better than this. You're so boring or something.
Connor's
It's like,
wrapped
wow,
up by
you
it.
suck at being a villain. Do
Pretty
better.
much.
Do better, bro. Do better. Throw salt in his eyes. It's like, damn.
Literally.
It's like, what? You think you're going to jail? No, you're just going to the corner. Think about what you did.
Dude, you're just going to timeout. Like this is
Could you
this is a
clearly be
no-no.
salty?
It's so funny. I still laugh so hard about that scene because Sam walks in like, I'm gonna get some gummy worms, and then gets whacked with the fucking shelf and gets knocked out. I was like, I think that's the funniest thing ever. That Sam's like, oh hey Connor,
Hey, Connor.
wait.
Boom.
It's the funniest shit
Speaking of
ever,
candy.
man.
Got some gummy worms right here.
Oh god, the music is
Ooh.
all scary. Why is it so scary right now?
Well, because they're telling us like, hey, get ready for some scary things, man.
Right?
No.
It's
Ready
because
for
it's because
scary
Candy was
things.
mentioned, and now Enigma's trying to steal it.
No.
Oh no.
Speaking of petty crimes and goofy villains, no, I just think it's so cool that Connor got to show a little bit of his healing capability in the first season. I didn't think that came around until second season, but no, like, that's the whole reason why Connor even got corrupted in the first place, was he was trying to heal.
Yeah, exactly. Like this was
And it all
and this was
backfired.
I don't think I planned this. I think I just had a thought. Like, wait a minute. This is the second time I'm cured, and since I cannot infect people, what if the opposite is true? So I just gave it a shot, rolled the dice, and yes, I was able to heal Moose Geo, but no, I couldn't save the
Couldn't
corrupted
save
dude.
Womenville, yeah.
Thank you. I'm so bad with names.
It's
And-
okay.
Losers
There's
love.
like
And I ended up
100 million characters in this
And I end up
campaign.
getting all the illnesses at once.
Yeah.
Every single one.
It was bad. But it was also so great because Comfort Crab saved the day when Frey made one out of rug for you, dude.
Alright. All hail the comfort crab.
That
Praise
was
be.
so awesome. God, that was such an amazing moment, honestly. It was the fact that, like, Connor had this, like, huge, like, revelation of, like, wow, I can make people well? And then, like, you know, immediately it just backfires. But, like, it's just... I still love the whole corruption scene because, like, anybody in that room could have been corrupted. And I mean anybody. Like, I had a corruption icon ready for the nurse and everything. Like, everyone was susceptible. But, like, of course the one person that could spread it the worst got it.
Is me.
Like, literally, like, of all
And-
people.
And not to like brag or anything, but Connor is like the best character for that.
It really,
Like,
like, no,
really.
literally. Like, that was, like, the worst case scenario, and it happened. And I was like, God damn, dude! I was freaking out.
The dice gods wanted it to happen, and frankly, I wanted it to happen too.
Yeah, we all did. We were so excited. Those are some great moments, though.
It's a shame that Connor can only heal when he's well, though.
Yeah, the poor thing.
Such a shame.
Yeah, also,
Poor
that was
baby.
ironic that, like, the apocalypse is happening, and then you don't have superpowers. Like,
Around.
like, damn.
I got
damn.
around. You saw me
You
with
did.
the
You
iron
blew up
oxide and the
Caspian.
squirt gun
Yeah, you blew
and
up
the
Caspian and Luffy.
Molotov cocktails.
It's all good. That was great, though. Like, Connor persevered through that, and that was awesome. God. Alright. It's Sylvia hour. We have the super inspirational, like,
Speaking of Molotov
Music.
cocktails,
oh. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did give them arson. I
It was so much
forgot.
arson.
I forgot that was a thing.
Yep.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
great.
Yeah, Raven and Sylvia, just here's some arson on top of everything else you've already done.
Do you want to start a fire? Absolutely.
Literally, like, what
Why
do you
would I
expect?
say no?
What would you ever expect?
Oh my god. Oh, I'm so
Alright.
excited.
So Sylvia,
Alrighty then.
our girl, look at that sketch. That's the very first sketch we ever got of our girl.
Yeah. It was just so weird because I remember, like, you approached me about this game and I was sitting there being like, I don't. Because I've played a mask game before and I was like, I could bring my old character into this. And I was like, no, do something different. And I was looking through, like, the playbooks and, like, the suggested, like, powers and stuff that they had kind of for ideas. And I saw, like, the shadow power stuff and I was like, you know, you could do a lot of fun stuff with that. And so I was like, yeah, let's just make an absolute trouble child.
Yeah.
I think I went into it like, I don't know if a lot initially changed. I think she became slightly more unhinged, like, as we got farther into the game. But I just remember, like, yeah, no, she just had this idea of, like, why be a hero? That's stupid and boring. Like, you could be a villain. It's great. Like,
Yeah.
this idea, she's just like, why would you ever not? It's just, like, why?
It's such a good take for a legacy as far as, like, being a villain legacy. Like, it's not done very often, so, like, I was very excited about that.
Yeah, and I think I love the idea of, like, we're going to this school to, like, make us better people and to reform. And Sylvia's just being like, but I don't wanna. I don't wanna do that.
I'm a goblin. You can't change me.
Literally just being the dads be like, but we want you to get all perspectives, you know, before you, like, decide what you want to do. And she's like, why? I already know what I want to do.
I'm gonna kill the world. And they're like, that's my girl, but also try this out, please, Sweats.
Go to high school first, and then you can, you know, take over the world.
Then you'll have a reason to take over the world.
Yeah, high school would give you all the reason to take over the world.
Literally. God. Man, everything has changed so much. Like, look at this. The way you answered this in the beginning. I was like, whoa! Kifa?
Oh my god, yes.
Kifa! Ah!
Yeah,
What?
I think I remember, like, talking about it. I think we looked at the characters, and I'm like, of all the people who would have dirt, I'm like, it would have to be her.
Yeah.
So it's just like, she's pretty much not like, because I know there are a lot of other heroic students at the school, but, like, since Kifa was literally just the good kid who was like, I'm gonna hang around the bad kids just because.
Literally.
And, like, I'm like, yeah, no, the idea of Kifa, like, knowing about maybe Sylvia having, like, a moment of weakness and not doing something evil for once, like, the blackmail potential for that, I think, is what drove that, just because I thought it would be really interesting. And then just nothing happened.
Literally.
Sylvia just, like, talked to her like maybe twice.
Literally, they've like tried to do stuff together, but then like other things just kept popping up, and then Sylvia looked at Raven and was like, "Let's get out of here." Like,
Actually,
every
no, you're
time.
cool, let's go.
Bounced from the
Literally.
party, never to be seen again.
Literally.
Just disappeared.
I just love that you trust no one and told no one an important secret about your legacy. Like, that changed. That changed. You
Oh,
definitely
yeah,
told Raven some stuff.
Oh yeah, because it was so weird. Because like I remember going into it and like having the idea of her family like being technically in hiding, sort of.
Yeah.
Not like yes they're out and about, but like especially like with her parents, like all of their deeds were kind of secretive. And so I loved the idea of her just going hard into that and being like, yeah, no one gets to know. Everyone's against you. It's bad. And then like she hung out with Raven for a while and like got to see that they were fairly similar with like different things and being like doing like the whole like look around and be like, do you want to know a secret?
Literally. Oh.
And then like yeah, and I remember I loved like and I know I'm glad that I was able to come in for more stuff later because I know when we first started, like literally the day we picked to play in the evenings, like I had other like schedule conflicts, so it was like I was having to miss out on so many games.
I know.
Just because I kept getting called away to this other thing, and like sometimes I'd be like, yeah, I can make it, and then they're like, actually, we need you, and I was like,
Literally.
okay. Well, and then like coming back and being like, everyone's friends. Cool. Anyway, hi, scary bird girl. You want to be friends?
Literally. Dang. I think it worked out though that like Sylvia's more of the lone wolf character because everybody at least has some idea of like they kind of want to be somewhat good or they strive to be good in a way, but like Sylvia's the only one that's like no on that regard. So
yeah, so like it definitely like it definitely like worked out in certain ways, and like as we see like later on going farther into the game, it does kind of create some interesting problems.
It does.
With the fact that like she started so separated from everybody that like when certain moments happened and certain connections were being made, that like those connections, she didn't have those, and so she didn't go and rely on the party for certain things because she didn't spend as much time with them, so she just went to the things she was comfortable with and what she knew.
Right.
And so it was just wild to see that because of the weird sketch, and I know that's not the only reason, but like the fact that I was around so little at the beginning really played an interesting part with her character and her development.
Right?
And I guess that goes into the question, because it's like,
yeah,
I don't think she necessarily intentionally grew away from the party, because it's like she like because there were moments like where she had the duel with like Amari and had moments where she got to hang out with other party members, but she very quickly started to pull away. Drift. Yeah, especially I think with moments we'll get into later of like yeah, nah, y'all are stupid, fuck you. Y'all are lame. Y'all are lame.
Y'all are
dumb
lame.
Heroes. Like,
You guys
you
are
are
incredibly
good.
selfish.
You're trying to be good
Losers.
people. Like, wow. This is so stupid. Like, you actually want to, like, save the day? Oh, cringe.
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 Heroes. Cringe.
I'm loving all of the spaghetti comments.
I know, they're so excited about it.
Oh, spaghetti. But yeah, so I think, because yeah, I know she grows into herself later, but yeah, I think in regards to like the party and like the player characters themselves, I'd say she grew away just because she just wasn't around, and so she just was like, nah.
She's busy doing her own thing. She said, I got places to be, guys. Like, I got people to see.
To do.
Yeah. She's like, I don't got time for all y'all's lame hero stuff. I'm gonna be a big villain.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, we had some interesting Sylvia icons. A lot of them we didn't really see because they were just like, we made them on the off chance that things would happen, like the corruption one. We did see her little date outfit, which was cute. But like, I did have baby Sylvia ready for any sort of shenanigans. I originally thought we were gonna be doing
man,
some...
look at Sylvia. corrupted. That's pretty freaky.
Yeah, it
Oh
is.
god, yeah, corrupted Sylvia was terrifying, and I was still like bummed that she never got corrupted because I'm like, oh my god, if she did, like, it would be the most terrifying thing in the world. And it never
Literally.
happened. I was like, ew.
I'm
'Cause,
pretty sure
like-
she would consume the entire freaking world. to be
No, she
honest
would
with
win,
you.
Dude,
like legit.
That's the
She-
thing. Like, corruption is like your most suppressed self. So like, it's like, would she just be like really happy? Like, how scary would this be on a scale of 1 to 10? Like, like
Yeah.
a 10. Like, she already has shadow powers. It's like gonna be like goopy. Oh no. Like, no.
God. Just like her shadow powers, but like instead of it just being like these like rough, shadowy kind of like things, they just all are just like goo and slime.
Messed
and
up.
just like
Ugh.
falling into her puddles of like her portals that are just goo. It's like, oh
God.
god, and I'm like, I'm so bummed I had to, like, one of the episodes I had to miss was the Halloween one, but I love her frugal
That is
costume.
so
It's
fun.
It's so cute. She has her little stubble, like, so adorable.
yeah.
And she totally
Scribbles
put on
for
the fake
life.
little Halloween, like, vampire fangs. She, like, got, like, the little teeth for it and everything.
Yeah.
So cute. I love her. What the hell? But yeah, I whipped out the Frubal's, like little sheet because I was like, oh my god! Like, I don't know if I've ever shown the actual, like, the full set of Frubals. But we did come up with them together and it was fun.
Yeah, I thought they were so cute, and I just love the rivalry that, like, built and continues to build between the Frubals and Comfort Crab.
Literally, like, the children's
real.
show, like, rivalries are just insane. Like, they
was
just go so
amazing.
far. And also, I was not anticipating in Arc 1 for Sylvia to, like, even remotely get into the Promise Broken shit. Like,
I know!
that
like,
was insane! That was just a sheer luck thing.
yeah, that it was just like,
It was
she
a
just
roll.
was like, I just don't want to deal with, you know, my parents finding out about bad grades, and so it's just literally like, yeah, her trying to find a signature, and then just, yeah, the dice demanded it,
dice
and like, saw
roll.
this thing, and she's like, huh, that's weird. Anyway, she just
Literally, she
ignored
just so did not care, but us as players were all staring at that like, this is so concerning!
oh, this is pretty scary, and Sylvia's like,
So it's like, I did dumb shit all the time because of shit. It's like, oh, okay. But also, damn, Sylvia had some, like, traumatic shit happen to her right off the bat. Like, her shadows, like,
yeah.
supposedly turned on her in that fight. And she was, like, freaking out because that never happened before.
yeah, that was so crazy and dope, because I remember, I think we had talked about the fact, and I can't remember if this came up in season 1 or if it'll come up later, but like the idea that like her, like, obviously the like shadows are cast via light, so like light has to be present, and like the idea of her trying to use her powers in complete darkness would terrify her, just because it's the idea of trying to control like an entity
Everything.
or a thing
Yeah.
that's like far bigger than yourself, and like her being terrified of the idea of being like they figure out like, huh, we're bigger than you, why do we have to like do what you say, and like
Yeah.
them turning on her and swallowing her whole. So like the fact that like Toby used like excuse me, like his illusion powers to basically turn her actual greatest nightmare into reality was
Oh,
such
that
a
it just
crazy move,
played
and
in
it was
so
wild.
well. It's like crazy because you guys are like character foils because you both have the villain dads, you both have the legacies, but Toby is trying not to live up to it, and accidentally just keeps doing it. And then like
Yeah.
Sylvia's the opposite, and it's like that moment was just crazy as hell to look back on as the two like very like similar characters but also different characters. God.
Yeah, I just loved like getting that whole moment, and then like I think it was before the whole warehouse scene, so I remember like she was invited to the whole warehouse scene, but then
Yep.
Toby was just like, yeah, so that whole thing where I like made your shadows turn on you, like that was me, I'm sorry, and she instantly was just like
She slapped him across the face.
like she slapped him across the face and then grabbed Raven and was like, let's bounce, we're not gonna stay with these idiots. It's like, what?
Oh,
Love the scene.
and then they had that sweet moment on the beach afterwards where they were like
Yeah.
talking about like helping each other. And like they're gonna have their little sleepover, like the little girlies. I'm like, I love them.
Yeah, I've loved how, like, Sylvia and Raven's friendship has developed. It was so cute and just so fun, and it's like one of those random things like we didn't think about, like obviously going into the game, but then like, once we started like hanging out together, it was like it just made
fits.
sense.
It's
It was
just
like
yeah. I can't imagine if they weren't friends, dude. Like, if you're friends with Kifa instead, I would die. Like,
Oh my god.
who would Raven hang out with, dude?
That would be
God,
the dynamic.
Oh my god, could you imagine like the absolute like gossip like genius of Kifa hanging out with Sylvia? Sylvia's like, listen, I can get you all the dirt. I can learn all the secrets.
Oh, you guys would have
It
been in
be
so much
crazy.
trouble, dude. God.
Like, oh, it was so insane. And like I know everyone was talking about it earlier, like the
spaghetti
moment was,
thing!
like,
Oh, the
random thing.
The whole tragedy about that is that we've lost like a whole session to like an audio corruption file, which gratefully, just thankfully, like we haven't had too many issues with like our recordings, but oh my god, we had an issue with that one, and like the original one got swallowed up into like the abyss, but I think the version that we got into the YouTube release was still like pretty solid and pretty similar.
Like, I just remember you messaged us being like, listen, so all of the audio is gone. And we were
Except
like,
for mine! Mine is the only- I don't know what happened, but my audio came through kind of okay, enough that I could understand what I was kind of saying. So like that's the only reason why we had such a like pretty accurate version of what happened, is because I could hear partially what was happening. But like
yeah.
it sucked, man. It sucked having to redo it, but I'm happy we got to, because there were a couple of scenes that I think we redid it better.
Yeah. I just like remember it was just so random because I think this was when Black Crow had wanted like her dads to like come back to the villain game, and so they were having their whole super serious like like talk at the adult table while the kids are just eating like food. And I think it just came about because Sylvia just wanted to make Raven laugh. I think it was just things got heavy and Sylvia wanted to lift the mood, so yeah, she did the slamming it all spaghetti.
I was like, oh my god. It's so cute too. So Raven was having such a good time. And like she admitted it. She's like, I don't get to do stuff like this. And Sylvia's like, bro, this is my life.
Like, bruh, come hang out with me. We can be wild, cringe, and free.
I am cringe, but I am free.
I am cringe, but I'm free.
Come
I know with the you know, promotion violation. No. I love the costumes. Like, I'm sad that the sleep outfit didn't get used that much, but it's so cute.
It is
and I
cute.
love, and I don't know if we'll get into it a bit when we see more of, like, her dad's costumes, but I loved the idea of her villain costume, and the idea of being Night Terror was just her really trying hard to play into the image of who wow, my brain shut down so hard.
Dang, I hate that. I think they have you have aspects of both dads there.
Yeah, because it was like she was trying to live up to. My brain keeps just thinking nightmare, but I'm like, I feel like there was more shrieking
nightmare.
I was like, I could not for the life of me think of
What
their
is
full
the
name.
shrieking?
Like,
What is the nightmare? Yes.
These are my characters. Why can't I remember them?
It's been 3 years. It's okay.
It's been 3 long years.
It's been 3 years.
It's been 3 years. But I love the idea of her just basically trying to emulate them and be like, I'm an offshoot of this. So she like played off with the name to make hers and like mimicked like Zane's outfit and Aiden's scarf and just the idea that she just basically wanted to be the mini version of them. And I loved that we played with the costume to kind of blur the two together. And I loved her dad's because like I remember when we were coming up with the family, I was thinking it through, and I remember, like, at the time, like, I wasn't into, like, a major My Hero kick, but, like, a bit, and I remember just being, like, loving the idea of, like, Aizawa and Mike being a couple, and I was like, what if we literally just made her dads, like, Aizawa and Mike from My Hero? And then we just, like, took them and just, like, reformatted them a bit, and we're like, this works great.
No, literally. God, ended up becoming such an amazing dynamic. Like, oh, it's so funny. And then it was funny because I was talking to you, and then in the other chat, I'm talking to Lani, and like we have two sets of gay villain dads, and I'm like, ooh. This could get a little dicey. They could get a little too similar, you know? But then they ended up following each other really well, because you were like, yeah, Aiden's gonna have mind powers, and I was like, cool, Enigma's gonna have mind powers. Oh, yo! So that means both the pairs of villain dads are gonna have a mind power person and a physical power person, and like, the dynamics just like bounced off of each other really well, and like, I feel like they didn't like clash, and I was like so fucking worried about it clashing. But it worked so well, and I was like, oh, yes!
Yeah, and I love Zane just being like the loud, rambunctious, just
God,
super
I love
dad.
him.
I
love him.
I'm just loving like looking at the doodles and the whole idea of like, yeah, no, Sylvia's a threat. That's her
Sylvia's
identity,
a
guys.
threat.
She's just a threat.
Also, that art that Nate did is so good. I'm just saying.
I know, like it's so good.
Yeah, I looked over and was like, oh wait, that's what I did like a long time ago.
Yeah, it's so good. It's in 2021.
Oh, look.
Like you can draw. Like it's amazing. Like don't count yourself out. Like you got this.
Me and Shirley will buy a freaking $300 tablet and stuff. I'm kidding. I'm not.
Bad.
You should digitalize it.
I mean, like digital art is a very. I tried it before, and my goodness, it's hard to transition into digital.
It is. It takes
very,
a lot
very
of
hard.
patience.
So like I'll probably double into it again. Probably when I get back to the
Heck
States and I'm
yeah.
settled in. I'll probably dive into it.
God, I did so many sketches when developing the dads too. Like I drew the if lost return to Aiden and I'm Aiden, which I honestly want to like redraw because it's so cute. And like
absolutely adorable.
Just their little like personality, because like I tried to sketch characters that I was the most unfamiliar with.
God, the Grinch one.
Yeah, the Grinch, Sylvia! I know!
I think that was just a Christmas doodle when I was like making like gifts for everybody.
Yeah!
Yeah.
God, that's so good.
It's so great. And I love like the interesting and funny like parallels, I guess, as well between like Toby and his dads and Sylvia and her dads. It's just like the implication of Enigma stealing candy from Toby. And things like, oh, why would I ever? Meanwhile, Sylvia's just stealing candy, and the dads are like, aw, look at her go, she's a monster.
No, yeah, that's like the difference between them though, is that Sylvia's always known her dads are villains and she wants to be just like them. Whereas Toby's just found out and is like resentful. So it's like they have the two different takes of like the same situation, and it's like really, really interesting. And like, I don't know, we'll see more of that dynamic play out. I'm really excited about it. Like, oh man. Like, I have here's a villain dad compilation for you.
Villain dad appreciation.
I'm so happy because I tried to make their color palette blue because I knew the other villain dads were pink, so they would even foil in color schemes. So like, they're very much like blue tones, and I thought that was really fun.
Yeah. And it's like, I loved, again, seeing a lot of the parallels between them, and I know we get to see more later of just even the fact that like the dads themselves are just like it's like the Ezekiel and Tony jokes of like, what's your name? Tony, fuck you, Tony.
Literally.
Like I can see like Enigma and Zane just like screaming at each other.
Oh
from, like,
yeah.
across the way.
I think it's great that we also set up that like the villain dads don't like each other. They had like a falling out or like something. Like they're just obviously like they are not tight. So like I think that's even more tension between Toby and Sylvia. Like it all was so much freaking fun. Like the whole legacy idea is like, what you're gonna take what your parents gave you, or you're gonna leave some parts behind, and like right now, as far as I can tell, Sylvia's running with this shit.
Oh yeah. She like
so
picked it up and went like, let's go, and just took off.
Like yeah. I even like drew them like in their youth fighting, because I was like, yeah, like they just don't get along, and like God. My little bits of spoiler-free things I could share. It's just there's so much spoiler art for them. I'm like, ah.
It's like there's so much about the dads that it's like we can't say shit.
I can't say shit, you know. But
like,
Sylvia and Raven art.
Yes, the girl kissers versus
the girl
boy
kissers.
love that when once these shifts started to form, like we just literally had the boys, we have the girls.
But literally, there's ships for the boys, there's ships for the girls, like ships for all.
Everybody.
God. Oh, it's just love. Their outfits, like Sylvia and Raven, are like so cool because like they have the same aesthetic. I feel like. So like every time I draw them together, I'm just like, oh, God, goth girls. Oh God, I love this. Like I love drawing their outfits. It's so much fun. Oh,
they're just fun, and we didn't plan them, but they make so much sense.
They do. I'm just so happy. Let's go, lesbian! Spizzy screams in the chat. Let's go!
Let's go, lesbians.
Oh yeah, okay, well, hey, it's Q&A time. So if you guys have any questions about the player characters, everyone is here and they have obviously a lot to say about their characters, but we're in the confines of spoilers, so we'll do our best with Q&A, guys.
We will try to hyperfixate in control bursts.
We will do everything we can to give you everything you need to know within the qualms of our contracts.
Yeah.
Also consider giving these people money.
I will have to after the Q&A. I will have to get off because I do have to work early
That's no
tomorrow.
worries.
So.
We'll just be going over a couple of couple of extra things, but
Yeah.
you're all good.
Does Sam blink?
Does Sam blink?
No.
No!
No.
We came up with that! We can confirm that! I don't know why! We came up with the most cursed knowledge about Sam, so go ahead and try us, we know!
Oh god.
Favorite food?
Favorite food?
Is this
Ooh.
question regarding our characters or just in real life?
It's the player characters, so your characters.
Well, I never really put too much thought for Connor Nelson, but I guess I'll say his favorite food at the moment will be this candy called Sourdolts, which is kind of a play on word for Sour Patch Kids, but in this universe, it's Sourdolts.
Heck yeah!
I mean, I used to like mac and cheese, and then Sam.
That's happened already, right?
Yes, it has. Oh no,
Yeah.
no, that the traumatizing of the mac and cheese tacos has happened.
Good.
Good.
Oh god, I feel
Fear
like
me.
these are the
Okay.
questions that we feared.
I told you they were gonna ask.
I told you we'd get these questions. I'd be like, I've definitely thought of this. I don't know. I think Sylvia, I feel like there's some random, brand of something that she likes. I feel like, I feel like there was, a random, offshoot of, Dino Nuggies or whatever that, they had, a limited, run of, Frugal Nuggies to, celebrate something or other that she loved. And, can you imagine? She loves those, then, when they went back to normal, it was fine, because, she just, enjoyed them so much. Either that, or, maybe there were, frugal gummies that are, fruit gushers that, you bite into them and they have, goo inside. I think she would love that.
I'm just thinking now that Comfort Crab has its own candy that's like Swedish fish or something.
Yeah! Just, these little crabs that are just, chewy gummies, just...
Can Connor be happier? I mean, yeah,
I
he can be happier, sure.
I can speak for Amari's favorite food because I've actually written down fucking everything about them.
Yeah.
Lojiqueta is their go-to because they're a comfort food person. It's basically a salmon soup.
Aww.
And then also cinnamon bear claws.
Damn.
Fair.
Bear.
Okay.
I don't think Sam's very picky at all. I think the answer I want to give is I think milkshakes are fine. You can fit between the stitches. It's fine. Liquid food.
Swiggling a tiny coffee
Drink,
straw
very
through
solid,
the
very
stitches.
solid, very
Right.
solid.
Dang.
Can we give the out of context spoiler about what Newbie's favorite food is not?
Oh.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
bean?
That's harmless. That's a harmless hint to the future. I feel maybe, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's not spaghetti for any reason in particular.
Nope, not at all. Not at
Spaghetti
all.
gets no respect in this campaign.
No, it really doesn't. Spaghetti is constantly disrespected in this campaign.
Which is awful because spaghetti is my real world favorite food, and I feel
Dang.
sad.
No, legit, and like,
It's unfortunate.
I look.
Spaghetti's pretty nice, though.
It's good, but like, as I was telling a couple of people earlier and stuff, like Devon went out of his way to find like real world like fucky recipes for like Sam to just make cursed ass food with.
Oh yeah,
But
I do. I have an entire folder.
yeah,
It's
in real
beautiful.
life, most of that sounds good to me because I try a lot of weird shit and stuff. So it's like in character, like as Toby, I'm just like, oh my god, that is awful, ew. But like in real life, I'm like, oh.
No, I will always bully you for coming to my house, and we were playing Pokemon Nuzlocke, and you just get up and we're like, yeah, we're gonna have some celebratory ice cream as our Pokemon lived. And you take goddamn molten queso, just hot queso, and pour
What?
it into a fucking cake cone. And you're like, you know, this isn't as bad as I thought it was. And I'm staring at you like, there's no way. You cannot sit here and criticize Sam when you do this shit in real life.
No, for real. The queso and cake cone is actually pretty good.
No, it's not. You can't.
That sounds so gross.
No!
What the hell?
Bro.
That sounds a lot messier than what it should be.
But all I did was like dip it. Okay, see, but
You dipped
They hated
it.
him because he spoke the truth.
Okay, you know, I'll give you dipping as long as you didn't like legit scoop a whole cone of the.
Ooh, okay. We have a lot of amazing questions. Okay.
I guess there's a bunch to go through.
Oh god, okay.
Right?
Let's
Go back up,
speedrun.
go
Let's
back up.
speedrun. I got it. Alright, Sam's favorite cat breed. Go.
I don't think he has a particular one. I think he loves all cats. I think he probably has a bit more preference to like long-haired cats. Yeah, I don't think he has a. I think he just loves all cats equally. He doesn't discriminate.
Slay, slay, slay. Any cursed facts about the characters that you want anybody to know? Asks just here. That laugh. you know something.
Is there a non-cursed Sam fact?
True.
There are a lot of cursed Sam facts, I think.
Right?
Which-
Just everything's cursed about. I'm trying to think of like ones that like aren't spoilers that don't come up later, and I'm like, you know, we're fine. You'll find out. You'll
We
find them all
will.
out.
Dear God.
Jeez, that's kind of a hard one.
I've never
actually.
drawn
I
a
was gonna
fully
s-
accurate Amari before. Maybe once or twice.
So true. So
I keep
true.
forgetting details, like specific things, like the way that their pins are shaped, or like the colors, or like the markings on their face. Literally anything will go wrong.
I guess we could talk about the cursed fact that like Sam asked like really intrusive questions of everyone in this spaceship that one time. We know Newbie's entire hair routine because of
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It's just like, yeah, that was cursed because it's just like. I remember them all now because it's like asking like Newbie like how he
About
didn't
his
scare of like the
fur.
furry
You asked Toby what happened to his eye. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then like I think I like asked Amari like
Why do you glow?
always glow? Like how do you sleep?
Yeah.
How do you glow?
I
then, like,
don't.
Frey, and then like I asked Frey like I feel like I asked Frey something I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember right now either. But I was also cursed, I think.
Right.
Oh, somebody
think-
asked, Crashstone asked, what's the worst food thing Sam came up with? I don't know if there's anything.
Canonically?
Yeah, maybe. Because I'm trying to think if there's anything worse than the mac and cheese tacos and mixing water in it.
No, honestly,
The
mac
water
and cheese. The water part's bad, but the mac and cheese taco bit, I actually would want to try that.
No, I'm literally
Like,
working on a
not
recipe.
even
Like,
low-key.
not even joking. Like, I'm making it. I'm making it real.
Imagine,
Bro,
like, once
that
you make that
sounds
recipe,
delicious.
Torchy's Tacos would like to get that recipe from you.
No, literally, I will post the recipe online. But yeah,
I'm opening my folder now.
yeah. In the meantime, I can answer. Moonstar Lover asked who the starfish was with Comfort Crab. That's I believe that's Silly Starfish. It's like one character from Comfort Crab.
Shit, you should have told me to try to answer that question since I'm a Comfort Crab fan. And I'd be
Sorry.
like,
You're like number one Comfort Crab.
am I really a fan?
Oh, Twilight asked who your favorite NPC is in the Reef Arc.
It's funny because it's like I know they didn't get to interact that often, but whenever Sylvia got to interact with Lucid, it was an amazing,
oh my god,
bomb of chaotic energy. Like the couple times they got to be in the same space with each other was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I also have to go with Lucid. Like, Connor Nelson thinks Lucid is annoying, but as me playing Connor, having to deal with Lucid, it's kind of fun.
It is fun. I agree.
My favorite would have to be Miss Oshia.
Miss Oshia!
Dressed woman. She tries her best every day, and we just make her life a living hell.
She like slowly lost her sanity too. She like called the principal and all that one time, and she was like, "I've had it! I've had it!" Like she snapped, and you guys were like, "Oh, frick!" So
it's like she's
funny.
just trying her best to be the best teacher she can be, and all we can do is just laugh at her face and make her life miserable. It feels so bad.
Who gave Lucid a knife?
I am incredibly biased towards Lofi. However, I will shout out Moose Geo because I actually really liked Moose Geo's character first arc.
Oh
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
MJ. Damn, these are solid picks, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Me as like the person who like played them, I'm like, yeah, those are probably definitely the strongest ones we had in the beginning, but it's interesting to see where it'll go because I know who ends up being a lot more, I guess, stronger-willed characters like come forward later on. I'm like, dang!
Right?
Oh, there's no question who my favorite like NPC in Root Arc and Hive Arc are.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Those are gonna be some fun arcs to go through when we hit them.
Oh my god.
Soon. Oh boy.
Oh.
There's a lot of questions. I don't know if we'll get to every single one, everybody, but we're gonna do our best here. Oh gosh, everybody's just more concerned about how Sam eats right now. Just don't think about it. Just don't think about it.
Look, I'll just say this.
Yeah.
Sam doesn't eat. He consumes.
Right? Like,
That's not better.
those people who have that weird talent who can like shoot milk out of their eyes. It's kind of the reverse.
Oh,
God.
Can drink milk
Like
through
I
your
said.
eyes? What the hell,
Consume.
Sam?
Right?
I just imagine
or
Sam
through
like
his nose,
face
one
down
of the
in a
two.
just Sam face down in a bowl and you watch the just go
The freaking
Just hear
horror.
slipping sounds from the eyes.
Literally, like, can you imagine? Enigma's a mind reader. He's just chilling near their apartment, just chilling out, hanging out with Killswitch, and he just stops and he's like, has this look of horror because he could tell what the hell is going on next door, and he's just like, hey, so I think that kid we adopted can drink milk through his eyes. I'm not
Lord,
shitting you.
Who walks by, you see Sam's head down, and Sam just like draws it up slowly, like looks
They're
at him.
so
Oh my
scared of
God.
him.
Doesn't blink, but then just puts his head back down, just continues drinking milk. out of
God,
the
that's like
bowl.
the most horrifying like milk mustache, but it's just like milk tears
It's like-
down the eyes.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
like the kitten. You're like the kitten that gets the milk all over their face and it.
God, Connor's
Yeah.
just like, damn, I already have asthma. I don't want to add nausea to me.
Oh.
I can answer. I'm sorry.
Go on.
I can answer Twilight's question for which sibling Amari finds more annoying. Oddly enough, Cameron, because they
Interesting.
understand Nico and can kind of deal with Nico's energy in a sense. When Cameron gets into a mood, it is like very, very annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love them high school moods of a regular teenage girl.
Oh, they have a question for Lani. Crashstone asks, would Sam's tendencies rub off on Toby?
As time goes on, honestly, Yeah. Like, as they come to understand each other more, like, it goes from horrified at Sam's existence 90% of the time to, like, being chill, but, like, yeah, I think Sam's recklessness.
It's
also
like,
plays a
yeah,
part.
he's a mood
You
sometimes.
get used to
He's
it,
a
I
mood.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
get corrupted a little
Yeah, a
bit.
little
by
bit
Sam.
Not like that, though. Not like that.
So, just to answer Lauren's question real quick, are there any other chemical compounds that Connor mains
Mm-hmm.
besides iron oxide? And well, he mains iron oxide usually just because I am not very good at chemistry. So that's like my go-to right now.
Also, we're finding a lot of bots, and that was like specifically like effective on
Metal-based,
robots.
exactly.
Yeah, so like it was
So-
circumstantial. I feel.
I do believe, without spoiling anything, I do believe he does utilize a bit more different chemical compounds in the future, but it's just for that moment, that's like the most fitting for the bots and villains he was facing at the time.
Gotcha. No, I love all of Connor's chemical stuff. Like it's always so cool because like, oh man, when you got the super soaker and you loaded it up, that was like the coolest thing ever. That was like so cool.
I have
me.
to wonder though. It might be a potential plot hole. Does iron oxide also melt plastic?
Who knows? Who cares? We're having fun.
This is an alternate
Look.
universe iron oxide.
Yeah.
Sure.
Man,
Yeah,
these are
let's go with that.
nerds, okay?
I
Only
could have,
nerds
you
care
know,
about
I
that
could have
stuff.
made it so much easier by just saying, "Oh, this is metal burning thingy," and just go with that instead of
Yeah.
like an actual chemical compound.
Hey, it's fine. No, most people will not Google it and won't be like, technically, like this is a superhero.
Actually.
We're in a superhero world. Nothing already makes sense. Like people can fly and shoot fire from their eyeballs. Like you can't
Yeah.
sit there and tell me that would melt that. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. We could just say, oh well, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Mundane hobbies, any of them. for
Mundane
the characters,
hobbies.
right?
Oh.
Sam, I think like at like one point, like if you look in the warehouse, I think we mentioned it like briefly at like one point in the first season. There's like a little tiny like radio.
Yeah.
And so he'll like I guess like play around, like listen to like radio stations or like see if you can like hear like police scanners looking for the police tape he's stolen.
Oh, don't
but-
forget board games.
Board games, yes, is also board games.
Board games.
Board games are very fun.
I think for
you know, like-
newbie, it's just robotics, pretty much. Just tinkering around with a lot of random stuff for the most part for hobbies.
I know. I think at one point you
Um,
mentioned as Newbie, like, he was, like, really upset. He has, like, one trinket that he uses specifically to break and repair over and over again. I thought that was, like, really interesting. He has, like,
It's just
something
like,
he
hey.
specifically breaks and, like, repairs when he's upset. I'm like, oh,
Good way to pass the time when you're like upsetty spaghetti.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I never got to bring this up. Oh, I'm sorry. I never got to bring this up in game, and it's probably not canon anymore. But I really wanted Amari to be a roller skater, and like skate around town.
That would be cute.
But in the end, there just wasn't any good moments for me to bring that up. So most of their hobbies are like art related, and or later down the line they want to get into snow globe collecting. So.
Aww. That's so cool.
Alright.
I think Connor at the moment is just all about
Conflict.
Dr. Romeo, the video game.
Dr. Romeo! Yeah, he plays video games.
Mm-hmm.
You also played like what was it? It was like Simulation Life game or something. It was like some like Sims off-brand thing. Like
You're right. Just because prior to being accepted at Brightside, he was like homeschooled and can't really interact because of his diseases and shit. So
Yeah.
basically, his only sort of stimulation at the time was that sim game, whatever it's called, Dr. Romeo, and the Comfort Crab universe.
yeah. Oh. AOC has media. What about Sylvia? What does Sylvia get up to and without
I mean, I
causing
think
problems?
like for very different reasons than Amari, I know that Sylvia I think was into art because I think her whole like her favorite hobby is literally plotting. Like she loves to scheme and plot. So like she would use her art to like draw things out and like basically like kind of like critical thinking puzzles of her just being like, all right, so I'm faced with this problem. How can I beat this problem? And like, and just like scheme like, how can I do this? And like, what's the way for me to get away with this?
Oh, so a literal Pepe Sylvia board.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh.
Exactly.
my gosh.
She is Pepe Sylvia.
Dang.
Oh goodness.
I know Toby like does comic reading, right?
I
Yeah.
love my comics. I love my comfort crab.
He also collects
Sometimes I
action
do.
Oh yeah,
comics,
you're
right?
also a part of the Comfort Crab crew. God damn it. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people in the Comfort Crab crew.
Deal with it. It's the
Whoa,
best.
whoa, okay.
Oh goodness, you're spicy over
You
here.
guys are so heated about your crap.
Well, shit.
There's a
I
question
unfortunately
from-
have
Yeah.
to get going now. It's been
No
great hanging out
worries.
with y'all and
Alright.
answering all the
Yeah.
questions. But work wants me in early, and
Gotcha.
I have
Okay.
to obey them. So
You-
y'all have a good night.
No. Okay.
See ya.
Bye, Tyler.
There was a question from Koi that was which adult slash hero slash villains are each of the PCs closest to? So that was
As in, like,
interesting.
closest in, like, similar to, or closest as in, like...
Probably
Probably
relationship.
Probably like
Friends.
relationship too, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough
Ooh.
one.
Yeah,
That's a
like,
tough one for Debbie.
What adult was like most important to your character in Arc 1?
Miss Hoshia, I get it.
Oh my god.
My answer is interesting because it's not in referencing closest to in terms of like, because like the person, like the adult that Sylvia would feel like she's closest to and trust would be her dad's.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think one of the adults that was important in this first arc, and it is a very, very important part of Sylvia's arc in future seasons, is Golden Light. Golden Light is a big centerpiece for a lot of Sylvia's actions.
True.
We kind of get an introduction to it in the Reef Arc in season 1, and then we get a lot more into that in the seasons to come. But I just find it so interesting, like this one hero, because I remember when we created Sylvia and then the idea for Golden Light and the idea of these two characters being
Opposite.
vastly opposite to each other, and like the idea that Sylvia just finds out that like Golden Light is responsible for like what happened to her family, and she's just like, all right, I'm gonna take down the greatest hero who ever lived.
Like literally.
That's the
Like,
goal,
no
that's the
question.
goal.
Starts mocking her in the middle of the apocalypse too. Starts like really like pissing her off and like rubbing her the wrong way. I just thought it was so funny when she rescued Sylvia in like the apocalypse. So it was like ew, 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 ew. It was just so
Ew.
funny.
I owe you one? Disgusting.
It's so funny, man.
So like you got saved, you had to like wash your hands, be like, oh my god, she touched me. Gross.
She touched me.
Your hero germs got all over me. Ew.
Oh, cooties.
Cuties.
It's so funny.
This one's kind of hard for me because Newbie didn't really attach to any of the adults. So if I were to say anybody, I guess Principal Virtue. Like, she gave him an out from going home.
Literally, she was looking out for him. She was like, "Hey, I realize you're in danger. Sign here."
I will say though, there is an adult NPC that actually did crew close to Newbie as the campaign went on, but that's something you'll have to find out when it comes. So yeah, that's all I can really say about that. So for this arc in particular, it is going to be Principal Virtue, because that's kind of like the only person that like I guess helped him out.
Yeah.
Really.
All the other adults are hunting you down.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Either that or Dreamcatcher did rescue you from being dead. So there was
Oh,
that.
true,
but
true, true,
I feel like
true.
Virtue is
There's
a little
also
more
that.
personal, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For Amari, it's a toss-up between probably Tsunami and Dr. Cosmo.
Oh,
I
Cosmo
think
loves
they-
Amari, dude.
Yeah, no, I feel like Cosmo is probably the better answer of the two. But there was it's more or less like not. I think with Cosmo, it's more like, okay, closest in understanding. With Tsunami, it's like initial understanding and then kind of like suspicion. So it very much like changes over time with the way that they interact. It's completely different in season 2, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with Cosmo for now.
Sam's would probably be Enigma.
Oh. Yeah, they had a very rough start of like, as soon as like the Tarquin spoke to Enigma, Enigma was like, well, we gotta eliminate that threat in the basement. And then all of a sudden, Enigma's like helping you quiet the Tarquin and like bonding, and like Sam's like hugging him and he's like, oh, what is this? It's just very like...
It's like, Daddy?
Not different choice of words.
He's just like, you're my dad now, and then Enigma's like, oh no.
Then when you hear Chai's like, Daddy? No, I don't want this responsibility. Stop, please.
Literally. He's so terrified. That's a good answer, though.
Toby, you got an answer?
Oh,
never mind. Toby's AFK.
AFK.
All right.
AFK.
That might wrap up.
There's another question from Void Sprout.
Another question.
Void Sprout said what would they major in? Amari, probably arts and/or infrastructure.
It's definitely robotics for Newbie, like engineering.
Hell yeah.
I'm tempted to say like veterinary stuff just for the cat stuff, but I'm like, no. I feel like, I feel like maybe it's called now. So it's the B, and it's a type of therapy. Not behavioral therapy, bereavement. There we go. I think that's what I'm looking for.
Oh.
Bereavement therapist.
That's interesting. Damn.
Right?
Alright, and then I think Mel and Lani are AFK right now, so.
Yeah.
The foils are away.
The foils are... They're foiling each other's plans.
So, I know... Who said something? Oh yeah, Moonstar asked, like, does Newbie wants to ask for Newbie's honest opinion about Comfort Crab. He doesn't get it. Like,
same hat, brother. Jeez.
He doesn't get it.
Right.
He doesn't get the whole
like, okay.
And I don't think any of the Comfort Crab loyalists are here right now, so like I think it's safe. I think it's safe to talk crap about Comfort Crab. He doesn't understand any of it.
Right.
Like it's so weird.
There's us,
and then called and he would know.
Yeah, there's Sam, Amari, and Newbie who are like, and then like Sylvia who's violently against Comfort Crab.
Like she has her own fanatic.
Literally. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about my NPCs a little bit. I'm not gonna go like nearly as in depth. Because I don't wanna like be here forever. So I just wanted to share some of the art and concepts and things that went into the NPCs, because we all had a lot of influence on them, to say the least. We have this very interesting like set of art. These were various loading screens, which are just areas where I would put the players while I was like fixing maps and getting things ready. But then we also came up with like this little height chart, but we ended up refining it later. So like, in case this was not released, which I don't know if I did, and I need to do that if I didn't. This is their canonical height chart, which is kind of cool. You can see how tiny Newbie is.
Right?
Outside of Newbie, everyone else is the same height. Everyone in the PC group.
Literally. It's so amazing to me. Like, Wyatt is so much taller than I thought he would be. But I was like thinking about it, and I'm like, well, technically he is shorter because his springs are like not like stretched all the way out. So like, yeah, technically Wyatt could be a lot taller or a lot shorter, but like I guess on average is there. Like it was a hard one to like decide, but
I just realized that Newbie is legitimately the shortest one in general, not just the PC.
No, like, yeah, he is the shortest, besides
He
from
is the
Lofi.
Yeah.
Mushio just, oh my god, Newbie just comes up to, like, his hip. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why it's like when that scene happened, I'm like, oh my god, he's going to murder him. He's going
Yeah,
to like literally
towering.
break him in half.
Oh my god. Newbie is taller than
Brutal.
Feos, that is true. That is a fact, actually. So
Yeah,
Newbie's not the
like-
shortest in the campaign, but Newbie is the shortest in this chart for sure.
Yeah.
God.
Hey man, we love our short kings in this
No,
household.
for real,
Okay?
for real.
We love our short kings in this household.
Oh
Most
god.
agreed.
So, Lucid. God, Lucid. You guys learned Lucid's name by sheer accident.
Oh yeah.
Connor just happened to, like, mess up really bad, and then Lucid was like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill you, Connor, what the hell? So, Lucifer is their name, technically, but they don't like that. Lucid was, honestly, the first character I ever made for a Masks game ever. And they were originally a Scion, so they actually had, like a nightmare version of themselves, which was kind of cool. But that was scrapped, obviously.
Damn.
What do you mean, damn?
It would have been cool!
Yeah, they also got revealed that, like, Lucid, like, looks super different when Day is not attached to them, which is cool. Because we definitely needed more unhinged gingers in this campaign!
Right?
That was just something I always knew about them, though, is that their appearance changes drastically when, like, Day is with them. Which is kind of
Three
cool.
unhingers.
I have a little bit of art for each character that I've done that's kind of cool. I'll just share it pretty briefly. They're up on my Instagram, so if you want to stare at them forever, they're on my Instagram. Moose Geo, gosh, Moose Geo was great! Moose Geo came from a dream, straight up, like, picture from my dream onto paper, like, exactly like this in my dream. Except the only difference is that he had, like, sand powers in my dream. But I was like, that's gonna be really hard to depict in a city. So I ended up going with something a little different from Geo. But we got a bunch of cute little icons. Like his little hearts one came up a lot. You guys loved it because you loved the cat so much. He's another cat boy of the campaign for real.
He's just a good
Cowboys rise above.
I have so many sketches of Moose Geo because, you know, me and my brother, like, made Moose Geo's Eternity, like, together. So, there's so much art of them. And there's also a baby Moose Geo down here poking a bug, and that's literally one of my favorite sketches ever. Ever.
Oh.
Just, oh
cute.
god, it's so cute. Also, Moose Geo canonically purs, just so you know, if you ever
Oh
wanted to know.
yeah.
Um,
Oh god.
Fun fact!
Do we know about that later on in the campaign?
Wait, I don't know. I don't know if it ever comes up. But I have a ton of Moose Geo art, including the one of him, like, hugging this little comfort cat.
Aw.
Which is cute. And I animated that so randomly. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what possessed me to animate it, but whatever. It's there. It's cute. Lofi was really different in the beginning, and everybody loves talking about prehistoric Lofi, because, like, what is that creature on the left? What is that?
Prehistoric.
That is, like,
Greatness.
what is that? Like,
I was on call while you were drawing it.
no, yeah, you helped define Lofi the most, Uni. Like, you really did. Like,
That's why she's my angel, my baby.
baby girl.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
She's so cute. Oh my god, not the Doom music playing. Holy crap.
Oh,
It knows.
Doom.
The
It
Doom
knows.
music is so horrifying. Hold on, let's, like, not do the Doom music right now.
I
Thank
love how,
you.
like, the music keeps trying to, like, be menacing, and we're like, no, 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 no.
No, we're being
Honey.
sweet and innocent right now, please. Thank you.
Honey,
Um,
remember to think about the past. We're not trying to be Debbie Downers, okay?
Literally.
That's my job.
I love my Luffy sketches so much. The one of her having the little, like, knapsack of her, like, running away is, like, the funniest thing ever to me. Like, she's just, like, out of here. She is done.
God, that was so funny. The
Over it, bro.
context. Oh no.
I love watching her loaf too. Like that's funny, and then like the I know your secret was so cute.
Oh, and you're like,
Oh yeah.
I know your little secret.
Oh no.
secret. Caspian's like, oh.
I love how,
Please
like,
don't
she's
tell
like-
me.
Don't tell mom and dad I'm gay. Oh my god. I'll kill you. That's literally their whole relationship, Your Honor.
For
Yeah.
real.
God, Raven, let's go. I have so much Raven art too. Like Raven stayed so similar from her concept. Like no joke. Like just copy paste. Just was the same from her concept.
I'm surprised with how much Raven art I've drawn.
You've
I
drawn
don't
a
even
lot of
know.
Raven art.
I think it's because I think I had a fixation of drawing wings.
Mhm.
That is fair. I was gonna say I can't sit
I mean,
here and be
wings
like,
are
"She's the
pretty
best," 'cause
cool.
I am very, very biased towards Raven.
Not
I
to
am
brag,
so
but
biased.
Raven's
We
kind
all
of
have
the
our
best.
biased OCs.
Raven-
It's like
Yeah, your
Raven's kind of the
NPCs that you
best.
guys are obsessed with. It's fine.
What?
What?
Her, like,
No, of
corrupted
course
icon
not.
is so
Yeah.
I have no
scary.
idea what you're talking about.
God, this piece on the right is one of my favorite pieces of art I've ever done. Ever.
It's
God, it's so
pretty.
good. I love her aesthetic, dude. She rocks anything. It's so good. Ugh. Also, the gay juice is so funny. Like,
Gay juice.
the gay juice.
goose.
Goosey.
Goosey.
God, yeah, no, the sketch of them talking.
I
Sketch
know!
of them, like they're talking about Aiden, right?
They
Some
are,
sad
they
sketch
are!
of them,
Because,
yeah.
like, Sylvia was, like, freaking out and then was like, we have to take down Golden Light. And then Raven was all like, we'll do it. We'll do it. It was crazy. God, I don't have too much art of some of these characters coming up just because they comes up later. But I did love this scar sketch of, like, them trying to show off their scars and then, like, there's Kifa.
He was just like,
Oh,
back up.
Kifa.
Back up, everyone. We all know who's the Queen of Scars. Me! Also on the inside.
Listen.
You guys
have
think I have
What's in
scars
there?
on the outside. You should see the inside.
Like the laughing that slowly turns to crying.
Literally.
For real, for real.
That was like a plot point I don't know if it's like super clear. Like, Kifa cannot cry. Like, I really made a character who was the drama queen who could not cry. I was like, I'm really mean. Like, that's pretty evil of me to
Yeah,
do.
I'm so sorry.
I'm like,
It's
I'm
like,
sorry, what have I done
honey,
to you?
you hurt you.
literally? Kifa. I love her. She's so good.
She's so great.
I
Everybody
can say
kept
now.
saying, everybody was like, oh, Kifa's like Hailey's self-insert. I was like, fucking bullshit. Lucid's my self-insert. What are you talking about? What are you talking
Right.
about?
That is wild.
Like,
That's the
they
May
literally thought
insert.
that?
Like, no,
True, that is-
I do the May voice when I do Hifa. Like, I do like the thing where I raise my voice and I sound like a total fucking brat. But like, that's not me. Lucid is more like me, or it's just, oh my god,
Yeah,
that's why Lucid's
out
so
of-
solid.
Yeah.
It's also fun now, like after like Lucid's been a thing, just seeing like Lucid come out like every once in a while, like talking to you at some point.
No, yeah.
Which is very fun.
There'll be sometimes where my voice will go into characters. And I'll be like, oh shit, I just sounded like that character. Oh no. You can't unhear it, you know?
Live inside you.
Oh boy, here's our fan favorite shark boy, Caspian.
Hey, there
Yes,
he is.
There
the
he
best
is.
boy,
The
the
best.
best fish
Claps
boy.
for the win.
He's so dumb, Your Honor. We love him.
Look, bro,
Himbo.
we just love dumb people. We love dumb himbos in this
We
household.
really do.
There's nothing wrong with that,
The
okay?
amount of
Well,
Caspian
you know
fan
what
art
we
is literally
like.
criminal.
Everyone loves
Caspian
this
really came
man.
in here like accidentally being like taking over the show, and he's like, I didn't mean to.
He would feel so bad. Genuinely, just sitting there like, no, come on, guys, like, Raji's cool, I guess.
Right? Wait till he finds out he has a calendar.
Oh, I have the calendar on
On the
here.
next
I
slide.
have it. I do. I do.
Jeez Louise, dude.
Oh my god, but look at all these sketches, dude. I love this Toby comic so much. The freaking Toby gets hurt and Caspian runs over like, oh my god, are you okay? I came as soon as I smelled it. And then Toby's like, what? And then Caspian's like, God, your blood! Like,
No,
bro!
shark things. Shark things.
Bro can tell
It's
he's
like-
heard a mile away. He came running.
Oh my god.
Also,
It also
British.
implies that like some point he smelled his blood before,
Yeah,
which is also quite funny
Huh.
to think about.
quite concerning.
He's just like
I-
took a second to smell it, and it's just like okay.
Now
There's
I'll
like
always
there's
know
like
you're in
words
trouble.
that I'm like there's a thing like it's something I think of like that is very interesting on how he would get that, but
Yeah,
of course
That's his mundane hobby.
No, it's not!
He just like collects samples.
not a
He's finds just like
vampire!
random blood. and-
He's, oh my
like
god.
a bloodhound, only a shark.
Jesus Christ, his
But he
hobby is
works
working out.
He gets swole.
He gets
he
swole.
gets sweaty.
He punches people.
Hmm.
That's what he
Actually,
does.
do sharks get sweaty?
I don't know. I don't want to think
No.
about
They,
it
they
too
don't,
hard.
they don't sweat clans. I don't think they can get sweaty.
They
Indeed.
sweat tartar sauce. You know.
Yeah.
Thing where they have like
of
a
course
regular
you like
harpy.
that, Lani. What
I'm
the
not sure.
hell?
No, what the fuck?
You gotta soak the fish stick somehow.
Oh my god! Okay, alright. Alright.
Sorry. I will leave now. Goodbye.
No, it's okay. Caspian has a bike, guys. It was not mentioned that much, but I drew it, and it was the hardest thing I've ever drawn, so look at the bike. It's cool. Caspian is cool. I don't care how lame you guys say he is.
Oh my goodness.
He is dope.
He will
rides
always be
bikes?
lame, no matter how many cool bikes he
He is
gets.
so freaking cool. He's like the coolest ever, and everybody just bullies him.
Eh.
Whatever, guys.
Having a loud motorcycle doesn't make you.
Alright, and then here is I owe everyone an explanation for this. For Lani, for Lani's birthday, a couple years ago, I decided to make Lani a sexy Caspian calendar.
Yeah,
So-
that was
So I subjected myself to staring at fish abs for so long, and like shaded it and everything. I would like to just let the world know I'm a lesbian. I don't like this. This was not my thing. But I know other people like this, so I really tried, and this was the result, and I hope you guys enjoy the stupid fucking calendar.
It's great.
nope, that it is not for sale.
It's
Just
not.
yet.
No. It was just for Lani.
It will never be for
$29.99.
Oh my god.
I still have it on my wall.
You should. It's
You mean your
beautiful.
shrine?
Jesus
I-
Christ,
Why
man.
does this
I'm-
exist? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, boy.
It's because I
don't
don't
know,
know when
Finley.
to stop joking. Okay.
My favorite thing is that you
Sometimes-
filmed him opening it and looking at it, and it was just.
Oh, I did
great.
film him opening it because I spent so many hours drawing this shit. Like,
It's like I'm going to
I'm gonna
we're going
relish
to
it.
have this moment and relish it every time. We're gonna bring it up every meeting. It's like, okay, time to watch Lani and his reaction to the Shark Boy calendar. And he's like, okay.
Fun fact. Whenever I bring up Brightside, my little brother, he always goes, "Oh my god, that's the thing with the hot shark man."
Why does everyone love him? He is no
That's how
joke.
you know.
He is just a blue shark. Like, he's the easiest character to draw ever. He's like the most generic character I made out of like the whole cast. I was like, he is just a
But-
blue shark that likes to work out. Period.
You
And-
have no idea how much people love sharks, man. There's a reason why King Shark is everybody's favorite. And
Bro.
People really like Legend of Zelda for.
Poseidon, you're so
Yeah.
right. You're so
Right.
right.
Yes,
You're so right. You're
like,
so
bro,
right.
there's so many people
Oh.
that love Shark Boys, dude.
right,
Like,
they're
there's
like a
that. There's King
brand.
Shark. I guess there's Shark Boy because I know people talk about Shark Boy.
Shark
It's
Boy,
just
not
like,
a girl
right.
ghost.
Alright, I'm done looking
That's
at
where
these
it
fish
began.
abs. I'm done. Alright, guys, Raj's turn. Let's look at girlies instead. Raj.
ladies, let's go.
Raji's so cool. She definitely gets a lot more screen time later, though. She is very shy in the first arc because, oh my god, her dad caused the apocalypse, so she kind of feels like crap.
Yeah, that's
But
understandable.
luckily she wasn't corrupted, because if she was,
She probably would have gone on a rampage, right? She probably would have
Legit.
destroyed everything.
Oh, her repressed self is her villain self, so good luck with that.
Just meets back up with Saber. Is like, hey, girl.
Hello, sister.
Hello.
He's so bad.
You
Miranda,
wanna murder
my
him?
girlie, I love her so much. I know everybody has split feelings on her right now, and it's just gonna probably get a lot worse. But you know what? I love this girlie.
She's so sweet.
Is so fucking
Look-
good, and she
Yeah,
just tries to be a part of everything, and she's just so awkward. She's just the cheerful big sister, but she's so goddamn clumsy. I love that for her. She's
course.
silly. She's silly. I love her. That's all. PSA. Miranda appreciation. Wyatt! Wyatt! I can't
Okay.
believe we almost didn't get Wyatt in this campaign. Crying everywhere.
He is. Oh my god, I love him.
Dude. The names I had picked out for him were so interesting. He was legitimately almost gonna be Liam.
Liam.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, it was gonna be between Wyatt and Atlas and Liam. And I was like, Wyatt is cute. And
Baby.
we also
Wyatt
didn't-
sounds more electrical for whatever reason
It
to me.
does. It's like Watt, I guess. But like, the reason why I chose Wyatt too is because like we didn't have a character with like a W name, so I was like, okay, like I had to like start separating the character names because we had like hundreds of characters. But I initially thought Newbie was gonna be like kind of besties with Wyatt because like of the robot technology kind of aspect of it.
That would have been interesting.
So that was like my little like sketch of that, and like they were just so cool. And I love like all of the sketches I have of like all of their whole family dynamic with Cosmo and Lim and Vol. God. They're so cute as kids! I have so many sketches of his kids, they're so adorable. And this out of context,
Drawn
I
Wyatt
don't even
many a time.
remember what this is about. The Wyatt, like, that's the last time I trust the internet. Like, I don't even
That
know
was
what-
like an inside joke we made on a call one night while we were delirious, and I do not remember the context at all. Yeah.
But it's funny
I
we
mean,
have
like-
it now.
The internet is cursed, so I can understand that.
Yeah.
Like, should you really trust the internet with anything anymore?
No.
God.
Should you really trust the GM that almost killed off your entire character?
It's alright, you can trust me. I'm trustworthy. Look, they lived! They lived! Look how happy they
They're
are.
alive, man. That's all that matters. They're alive. They're alive and they're
Yeah.
kicking.
They're so
Yeah.
cute, Your Honor. They're great. We love this for them. They're thriving. Alright, so Saturni. This was definitely an Evan project. Oh boy, Saturni, God. Saturni was almost a dart frog, fun fact. But then
Dart frog.
Evan was stuck between a poisoned dart frog and a rosy maple moth, and we went with the moth instead. And wanted to make like a whole planet of moth people and all that. And then, Big Sister Mercury is actually a monarch butterfly, which is cool. And we always knew there was gonna be a bully named Hopper. Yeah, I know everybody hates that man. But it's cool because Evan's art is all over the place, and like Evan made most of the art for Saturni and Mercury, which was cool. Obviously I drew Saturni a lot, but the thing that me and Evan would not shut the hell up about that is just so funny is Worm Attorney. Worm Attorney is like when he was like a baby, he was like a little worm because like he was like a moth's like, you know, go through like metamorphosis as well. So like he also has a cocoon. So we were thinking about how horrifying it is that like Saturni was like this little worm at one point and then just like grew into like a moth, and it's just so funny.
That is so cute.
He's definitely a lot more moth-like than people give him credit for.
Tiny.
I'm so small. But yeah, Evan's art is so good! Ah!
No, for real.
I love the Band-Aid piece so much. It's so cute. God, the Mr. and Saturni are such an unlikely pair. I love them so much, man. They're so great. Oh, like look at all this.
They were the one that was predestined from session like 1.
Yep,
so I mean,
they were predestined from the beginning.
They were it. They were it, man. They were it.
They were like our first ship. We got a taste of ships through them, and then we were like, everyone gets shipped. It's like,
Everyone gets shipped.
that's literally what happened.
Unless they're Sam.
Unless they're
Hmm.
unless they're Ace. But yeah, if you guys have questions
mean-
about the NPCs, this is a good time for that. But I will be going through a couple more little things, and then we'll be wrapping up because we're gonna talk about how crazy the rules got in this season, because oh my god, things could have been very different.
Yeah.
Evan just came back right for Saturni. Wow. You just caught me talking
Excellent.
about them.
I
Cray.
sensed it.
It's because you knew when your good art was displayed, of course.
It was.
Obviously.
Of course, Evan has spidey senses.
Literally.
Moth senses.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's attorney senses.
My Saturni senses were tingling. Dear God. My favorite NPC moments. I made a whole video on it. It's called The Best of Brightside Season 1.
Valid.
I mean,
Fair.
Oh god.
Fair.
I've been
fair.
working so much on Season 2, I couldn't really pick out my favorites right now. Everything's kind of blurred in there, but I'd have to say, my first line delivery for the final boss was fucking phenomenal. That quote, like, humans are so quick to destroy what they're afraid of, I was like, wow, I really popped off with that one. Like,
Just damn.
I was, like, very impressed with myself, because I was, like, very terrified of, like, making the final boss, like, cool, and I was like, oh my god, like, I'm so worried they're not gonna think that, like, this is, like, a big enough threat, you know? Because when you spring a robot dinosaur apocalypse on your players firsthand, it's like, okay, how the hell do I top that? So, I was stressed about that, but that turned out great, and I was really relieved of that. I was also really relieved that, like, the corrupted Dr. Louisville stuff came out a lot better than I thought I, like, remembered.
Yeah.
Because, like, when I do the voice modulation stuff, I can never hear how it turns out until I see the recording later. So I have no idea what it sounds like. Until I go back and I look, and then I'm like, oh my god, that actually turned out really cool! Like, it's, like, always very scary.
Yeah, sometimes I'm playing with like the voice mods. It's like you're in the middle of it and you're like, I hope this sounds good.
Literally.
It's like, how does this sound? It sounds perfect, honey. It's like, okay, just making
It's great.
sure.
Wonderful.
I love when Musio was confused about gingerbread men.
Why do you eat ginger men? Why does ginger have bones? Dear God.
Honestly, I kind of liked like the very, very, very beginning with both Saturni and Musio, like with the beach ball and their answer.
It's just Saturni just kept going and going and going.
Right, this
It's
Saturni
like,
just got
bro.
like 3 or 4 different turns.
That
I
just-
like Miss Yoshio have an existential crisis when like they had the conversation with Amari.
Oh my god, that was
Oh my god.
crazy when Amari like tore into them and Miss Oshia died on the spot. God damn, that shit was crazy. Damn, I did love the one line of when Golden Light was kidnapping Toby and like Enigma's just like stressed trying to explain that like, hey, we didn't do that. We didn't do this whole crime thing. And then Toby just goes, I was adopted from a facility, and then Enigma just goes, you weren't adopted! It was just so awkward! And I was like, that whole conversation on the porch was so tense and awkward. That was funny as hell. And then he just jumped off, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh goodness, you did jump off of like multiple things, didn't you, throughout the first arc?
Yeah, literally, Toby was just like, guess I'll die!
I'm a bit
Had a bunch of Assassin's
Nico's
Creed
if
moments.
I'm dying in space, dude.
If I die,
real, for
I'm
real.
dying in space, dude! I also love the...
That was
There's
good.
just like one sprinkle on my cupcake. That bothers me that Amari has powers and I don't. Like, what kind of line is that? Like, it's so good. Oh, somebody asked, Asteus, I'm sorry if I mess up your name. Lucid was your first character. Do you mean for a game you played? Oh, no, it was just like I had a Masks character just in case I played a game.
But then I ended up just making Lucid in this game anyway.
You didn't bring us high on eventually.
Yep.
GG, Maddie.
GG's.
Oh god, if the Reaper you play met your character in Brightside, how would that react?
Oh
go?
no!
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Alright. So, honestly, I think Newbie and Morven would probably be besties. I'm not
No,
gonna
but
lie.
Yeah, they would be
You're
bestie
right.
They would be
vibes.
besties. Cause like literally, they're both tired of everyone's shit. They're just trying to do their best at their respective fields, and sometimes some people will just give them shit for it. So like, I think they can understand each other pretty well.
Damn.
Yeah. I think Shiva and Sylvia would be interesting. Because
Right.
Sylvia would look at what Shiva has done and see her, like a lot of people do, as this crazy, wicked tyrant who like rules this world, and it's like, oh shit, that's sick. Like, how did you get to do this? And blah, blah, blah. And Shiva just being like, no, like that's not what I do at all. Like, you do not, like, you are such a silly child. You do not understand, like, the weight of actually being in charge of anything. Like, it would be interesting, because I think, like, Sylvia would just be all, like, hyper crazy energy, and she was just like, oh,
Why?
you really do
Oh,
not
child.
understand how the world
Oh,
works.
child.
Like,
It's like,
oh
oh
my
baby,
God.
oh baby,
like,
please.
you really don't understand things at all.
Damn.
Like, it would be so interesting.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. How would
Finn and Sam?
Yeah, how would
Right,
Cypress and
so-
Sam
Here's the interesting thing, right? Because it's like if it's like Cypress and Sam, it's a little bit different than like Sam and Sin. Because like
Yeah.
Cypress, it would be with like Sam would like looked kind of horrified because like Sam's original
Aw.
pet that died is based off of Cypress.
Literally?
So
They look-
it's kind of like,
It's kind
oh
of
no,
messed
you
up.
remind me of like my dog that died. It's like, well, actually did die. Wait, what? And have that weird conversation of
That's a
like, you're not my
shifting.
dog, but you are a dog that did die. Oh my god, is this like a weird like timeline thing?
Aw.
Sin
I
would be
feel like-
different because Sin looks different than
Yeah.
Cypress, and I feel like they'd just be like confused. Like you just have like this angry like dog. Like, Sam would be like, Sam would be like, this is why I'm now a cat person.
Literally!
Yeah.
Get your fucking
Oh.
dog, bitch. It don't
I
bite.
could
Yes, it
probably
do.
also talk about oh god, fuck, I forgot my blind cat's name. I
Fennel?
fucking
Really?
brain fart.
Really?
Fen, yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that guy.
That
So-
guy.
Disc.
So I think Fen would probably feel like Newbie has bad vibes.
Aw.
100%.
Yeah.
You could
I
see
think
right
that he
through
would
him.
And then be like, why am I talking to a blind cat? Walks away.
Damn. Alright. Oh my god, what about Toby and Cinder? They're so different, bro. What
Oh.
the heck?
Oh
God.
yeah.
Toby would probably just pet Cinder, and Cinder would be like, "What the fuck is? Are you okay?"
What happened to him? Why is this pirate boy showing so much love for me?
The cosplay is real.
This boy is more messed up looking than I am.
No!
And they put me down?
Damn!
It was my understanding that humans have two functional eyes, and yet I'm the one that dies. Like,
No! Damn. Oh my god.
Hey yo.
What about baby Ebony meeting Amari?
oh my god.
Aw.
Baby Ebony hiding in a corner and Amari being like, bitch, me too.
Fair.
Like, mood.
Okay, I'll answer this last one for the NPCs and then I'm gonna move on, because we're running a little late. So, it was something about the hardest NPC to write story-wise in the arc.
Mm.
Oh, God. Honestly, I had a pretty tough time with Red Spark, because my players had a hellbent random hatred for him. But like, genuinely, I had so many other plans with this character, but like, the way
it happened. They just like, I think Red Spark yelled at Caspian like once, and they were like, "Well, we have to kill him." And I was like, "Dude, no!" I was like, "God, Red Spark is so important." Like, no. And then that was it. That was it. They just hated him.
He yelled at Caspian about
Like-
Lofi. That's what did it for me.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me because it's literally just like, okay, we all love Shark Boy. You be mean to Shark Boy. All right, well, fuck you then. We're not.
Like,
we're
literally,
not
you
gonna-
guys bully him so much. When it comes down to it, you will kill for that man. And I'm like, damn. Because, like, Red Spark was, like, super important because he has, like, spirit powers, too. And, like, you guys just were just so distrusting and so angry at him that it was making my character, like, super hard to work with because I was like, God, they don't want to work with him. But, like, I had it set up in the beginning, like, Toby loves Red Spark, like, he's part of the archipelago, everybody loves the archipelago, like, I was setting it up to where he was gonna be on your side, but then, like, you guys just outright decided that he wasn't, and I was like, God, well, that's making my life hard, but, like, it ended up working out fine, and you guys could just hate him, and it was fine, so I was like, okay.
The funny thing about D&D games is that you have a plan, and then that immediately gets thrown in the trash.
Like,
You have
forget it.
no idea how many times that has happened on this campaign. Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my top 3 favorite NPCs to voice act. Okay, that'll be my last one because I have to answer this one.
I love doing Luffy because it's a really high-pitched voice. It's really fun and really, like, obviously distinct from all the rest. So that one's easy. That's like the easiest one on my fucking voice. I love doing Lucid's little goblin, little gravelly, little annoying little voice. But like, God, it messes with my throat. But,
Yeah, Rassy
but-
voice suck. Rassy
do
voice suck so much.
I do suck.
I love them too
They
much
do
to stop,
suck.
but yes, you're right.
It's like when I try and like audition for like deep grungy characters, I'm like, okay, yeah, I could. It's a challenge, but then you're like, okay, I'm kind of glad I didn't get cast for this because like I was gonna like
Yeah.
freaking murder my throat, and I hate my life for it.
It really sucks when you have to make them like yell in anger because like
Oh.
you're already
Right.
pretty gravelly, so it's like you can't really
Right.
like. It's just
It's-
like
It's like,
Painful.
okay,
just
let me
have,
go
like, the
and
entire
set
You
up
have to
that
like
normal
not
voice.
burp. That's like the challenge. Just don't burp while you're trying to yell.
Literally. God, and then for the third, it's gonna be a tie. Because I love going down deeper and doing Dr. Cosmo's voice. Because she's just so wonderful. But enough at the same time, I also really like doing Enigma's voice because it's like really high pitched and kind of stressed out. It's really fun. So like, I kind of love that for him. So like, I love those. Those are probably my favorite voices to do.
I kind of expected you to say Moose Geo.
I do love Mushio. I don't really care for Mushio's voice, but like I love the inflection that Mushio speaks.
That's fair.
Because he speaks very abnormally, and it goes in directions that are not typical to usual human speech. So
It's like a weird emotional AI type
yeah,
voice.
it's like a you go up and down in the wrong areas. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Mushio's inflection is fun. I just don't. My voice isn't as deep as I'd like it to be for Mushio, but that's just girl things.
It'd be like that
So-
sometimes, you know?
Yeah. All right.
Associate be recruiting as a villain. Sorry, go on.
Wait,
Let's
what?
talk about the events that happened in season 1 real quick. We'll skim through these pretty quick, but
Yep.
I want to talk about things that were planned versus unplanned and like how it changed our entire game. Because wow, the food fight was absolutely planned. We had this plan from the get-go. It was like the way we were all gonna engage in our game mechanics in session 1. And then Mel rolled the first 0 we've ever had, rejecting influence. Yay!
It was great. Oh, I was just like, oh, fun, wonderful way to start.
Literally. God. But then I also wanted to point out that, like, I roll for Lucid's power every day, just like I do for Connor. And I happened to roll 40 that day. So, the way the food fight would have happened could have been so different had Lucid's power not been, like, anti-gravity.
Oh.
Like, it's very interesting when Lucid's involved because sometimes there are moments where I stare at it and I'm like, if this happened any other way, like if Lucid didn't have the specific power, like this could have gone very differently.
So it's just really fun to think about. Like, everything was planned, but then there's also aspects that were just completely unplanned. And that makes it fun. Like, the Reef incident was also the planned thing. This was when the team first came together. And this was just so funny. These two roles, poor Sam, like, tried so hard to, like, mess with Kill Switch, and then failed. And then takes a powerful blow, and then weathers it to the point that he still gets to mess up Kill Switch. And that was the first time, like, that Sam had, like, the Tarquin, like, talk to one of the villain dags and, like, then, like, traumatize them, and I was like, damn. That wouldn't have happened if the dice rolls weren't like that. It's just interesting to think about, the dice rolls and how they, like, this is the craziest one. The whole warehouse incident was improvised. It was just, like, us having fun, and then all of a sudden it got insane. Cause Connor rolls a freaking almost a perfect roll on melatonin of all things, gives it to Lucid, who re-rolls their power and gets body swap and runs off with Toby's body. Like, when I say that, like, the events happened the way that they did, I mean it. Like, there's no way we could have planned that. And, like, it would not have happened that way if Lucid didn't get body swap. Like, it's crazy to think of how different it would have been. And then Sam got the best roll, wiping all of their memories and getting them out of there. And, like, imagine if he couldn't have wiped the memories.
Right?
If they, like, knew that Sam, like, freaked out and, like, hurt Connor, like, wow, would there have been so much more distrust? Would Toby have, like, offered for Sam to stay with him at all? Like,
Right.
it's, like, a lot to think about.
It's also so funny because it's like, because they body swapped, it's like Sam thinks that like he erased like Connor and like Lucid's mind, but in reality it's like Connor and Toby's mind, which is also funny because that means that like within the span of a few episodes, Sam like messes with Killswitch's mind, messes with Toby's mind, messes with
like the
Enigma's
whole
mind,
Ricardo family.
and still gets adopted.
Literally.
That's crazy, actually.
That is crazy,
really
actually.
insane.
That's so
Right.
nuts.
The
Also,
adoption
like-
wasn't planned either, which is also pretty funny.
Yeah, I know. Lucid also wouldn't have, like, had this distrust towards Toby either. Because, like, Lucid thought Toby was, like, the freaking best. Because, like, you guys were comic buddies, but then, like, Lucid was like, you hurt Day! And, like, literally just did not trust Toby ever again. Like, that's crazy. Like, so much happened here. Like, it is very deep. And this is, like, we talked about it earlier, but, like, Sylvia... Originally, like, we didn't know when Promise Broken, like, stuff was gonna start coming up. But then, like, you rolled that 10, and I was like... Whoa.
Like, well, we're going now, I guess.
Literally.
It's
Just
like,
those rolls. And then you rolled well enough to cover up the fact that you knew, too.
I was gonna say, yeah, the fact that, like, she was able to, like, scam her way into getting this information and then, like, hiding the fact that she even found this information. So it's like,
Literally.
she got this so quickly, and, like, no one, like, her dads didn't
They
know
don't
that she
know.
hacked the computer. It was like, oh, shit.
Like, it's great. It's so cool to think about. Like, imagine
Yeah.
if she got caught.
I was
Holy
gonna say,
crap.
yeah, like,
I
if
mean-
she got caught, or, like, even if she never got in the first place, and just, like,
Yeah.
found a random signature and just moved on.
Right. It's so wild to think about how different this game could have been.
What a
like-
smooth criminal.
Then we have, like, the thing of, like, oh, actually, like, Sam, like, getting the memories of Promise back to Miss Mallory. Like, it was planned and partially planned, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna have Miranda get Promise, or I'm gonna have Sam get Promise. Somebody who Sam's gonna work with is gonna be centered around Promise, because, like, they're a little bit foils. So I was pushing that a little bit, but what my stupid dumb brain didn't realize is that Sam can get memories back, and that Miss Mallory was missing memories. So, like, when they were having their scene, I was putting it together on the spot, like,
oh, oh. And then I was like, we're going for it, we're going for it, we're going for it. So, in that roll, like, if that had gone poorly, I don't even want to know what would have happened.
There's no map.
I also love
You don't have to worry about it now.
the comment of like when I changed the music in the game, and you guys are like, music boxes are good things, and then they're like, yeah, definitely.
It's just great. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god. The Dice Gods did not want Sam and Amari to be friends, dude. That was so
Yep.
unplanned. Obviously, you guys were trying to like make up all the time, but Sam's
Yep.
mundane, dude.
Yeah.
Not great mundane.
And then Lani
Yeah.
chanting in the background, slap Sam, get his ass, kill him, kill him. I was like, oh my god.
I think that was the first time that, like, Amari, like, there was a hint of Amari's powers that were not just physical, that were more spiritual, so
Mm-hmm.
that was definitely fun.
Man. I just thought that was cool that was like not planned, but it just kept happening over and over and over and over.
It's like, no, we want to be friends. No, you are enemies. Hate each other.
Correct.
Right. The chat is also just great because like, further down it just goes like, Lonnie's just like, oh my god, actually kill him. Come at me, Sam. And it's just like, I did and you lost.
Literally. Literally, like,
Bruh.
Correct.
either I win or die, like, damn. But no, and then this was partially planned in the sense that, like, Newbie was like, hey, I need a thing. And then Toby was like, ugh, I know where to get a thing. But, like,
It was
I
school
knew,
assignment.
GM knew, a school assignment as in, happened at school as in, Newbie assigned Toby a thing. So, I knew that they were gonna go down into the basement. I was pushing you guys to go towards the basement with Scout. And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't know what was gonna happen down there, but I knew you were gonna get what you needed down there. So I was like pushing you down there to get what you need and see what other garbage you would get up to.
Mm-hmm.
You did it all on your own. Like, you literally, like, went to, like... Amari goes, yeah, I'm gonna mess with this computer because there's surveillance cameras on Toby and that's really scary. And then rolls the 7, and then just immediately you're like, it could be unstable or temporary. And I was like, my ear grew 10 times large that day. And I was like, did you say unstable or temporary? And then you were like, no, I mark a condition. And I was like, no, you can't do that. You already said it. No. And then I was like throwing Enigma in the elevator, and I was like, you guys are screwed. I was so ready. I was so ready.
Just being like, well, sorry.
And then the iconic roll of like Toby being like, stand still, I'm gonna turn us into children and it'll be fine. And then it just, he's in swimwear.
It's like,
Whoa, it's so bad.
Oopsie daisy.
Oh, it's so bad. Like, oh my god. And then there's all of this. All of these rolls are just everything leading up to it of like, when Enigma tried to scare you guys and Sam weathered it and then beat the crap out of Enigma with a Tarquin. And then Amari got traumatized. And then Amari used Reality Storm and almost killed everyone. Toby almost literally died. That's a 10, dude.
That's a 10.
That's a 10.
All planned.
Literally.
All of it, 110%.
Almost had a roasted soul.
And then
I
Sam
can't
at the
think it
very
been so much
end
shorter.
rolled a freaking 13 to like fuse the gemstone back together. Like, all of these rolls right here could have changed everything. Like, these were like very detrimental rolls. Like, there's so many things like that. And then like the fundraiser, like I knew we were gonna have a fundraiser, but you guys came up with all of the things that we could sell for the fundraiser, and then like all of your different roles you got in the participation was just so funny. Like, to decide who was good at a car wash, we just rolled Savior, and it was like, the results were so funny. Like, why is Amari bad at washing cars, and why is Toby so good? We had to come
It's
up with
because
can answer
Amari
that.
was dragging Newbie off canonically to like go apologize for his crimes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. that
Toby's
was
had
fun.
practice just scrubbing things with water. It's very.
I don't
Mhm.
know. It's just funny.
That one went up my head.
Oh yeah, and then like we said, this was planned as fuck, dude. We knew Golden Light was coming to get his ass. And
To
like,
clarify, I did not know Golden Knight was coming to get my ass.
you knew someone was coming to get your ass. Cause I
Golden Light.
hinted at it. I was like, the hooded figure came into your like apartment, and then like afterwards we started like scheming about it. But like I do have to say,
Yes.
Universe was the first one to guess that it was Golden Light. Universe did guess.
It was like, damn.
Yippee.
And then you failed that freaking roll, and that was it. I was like, oh, she's got him. She's got him.
Gotcha.
Oh,
You don't
and
get punished.
the memory swap was completely just, and like, why did Mushio have to be there? Like, you guys did not have to drag him, but you did. I'm like dead on the floor. Like, Mushio did not have to be a part of this, but he was. And like Sam, just like the way that they swapped to, we all rolled individual dice. So we rolled like a 1d6, and whoever both got 2s would like switch their memories. Whoever got 4s would switch their memories. So it was like super random. And Sam just happened to get Enigma. I'm like cracking the hell up over that. And then Mushio got Golden Light. I was like, oh my god.
More
What
trauma.
the
let's
hell?
go.
Literally. And then Oliver managed to save Toby though. So Toby didn't get traumatized, but like then one of the villains knew who Frey was, and it was like, uh-oh. Like it was just so many uh-ohs, and it was so random. But I think it was cool that Amari and Newbie switched memories, because I feel like they were like this
Yeah.
whole arc, I was like, damn, they're actually like interacted a lot more than I remember.
Yeah.
Like, damn, they knew a lot about
Too
each
bad
other.
neither of them like could make sense of the either memories they got.
Literally.
Right?
We got
It's
some
like,
weird cryptic ones of Amari's past, and Amari just
It's
got
like,
like shit from.
Why are you like? Is this a ski trip? Is this like what's happening?
LOL.
And then I got Mushio stare at the back of your head, and I was like, oh, okay.
I am now afraid of Mushio.
It's like, huh? Why does Mustio look very intimidating here?
And then also you getting neglected as a child.
Yay!
Oh no.
Yippee!
Dear God, we did not know this was gonna happen here either. Like, with this brawl, like, yeah, you guys were gonna fight and it was gonna be a whole thing, but like, we did not know that Sylvia's shadows were gonna turn against her and she was gonna freak out and like forfeit. Like, if you would have told me at the start of that like Sylvia would forfeit this fight, I would be like, under what circumstance, dude?
Like, yeah, like
What?
we were like going through the fight and it was like so wild, and it was like the idea of her like actually backing down from a fight is so
It's
wild.
so crazy.
Right?
Like, what? Super unplanned. And then, like, after the brawl, Toby and Caspian in the freaking closet was unplanned as well. But this roll
That
is
was a-
hilarious because
That was the funniest roll ever, dude.
It was
you're
so
trying
cute.
to comfort Caspian by rolling white lies, and I was like, no. Like, that wasn't a white lie. Like, you're being honest. Like, re-roll that as mundane. And then Devon goes, oh, don't worry, Lani. Like, it can't get much worse than a 5. Like, you're probably gonna get a lot better roll now that you're re-rolling. And then, lo and behold, Lani gets a goddamn 0.
We love
Sounds right,
jinxing in
sounds
this
right.
I was
household.
like, oh my god. Like,
You can't make this shit up.
you really can't
can't
make
make
it. You can't, it's right here.
Can't make this shit up.
I was cracking up. That roll was the funniest thing that's ever happened. Oh, so proud of the Halloween episode, guys. I got you good with the janitor. I knew from the beginning. I was so excited. And then, like, Lucid and Connor's powers were insane that day. Oh my god. Lucid having the ability to, like, shapeshift on Halloween, like, was so peak for them. Like, they could mess with everyone, dude. Like, I was so happy about that. I was like, no way. And then Connor got cured, and I was like, no way. That was just so unlikely. Like, both of those events happening at the same time, even more unlikely. I'm like, dang. But then, like, yeah, then we adopted Sam, and, like, we didn't expect that at all. Like, we did not plan that at all. It was just so, like, in the middle of Halloween, Toby was like, you wanna come to my place? And then Sam was like, I'll just take up a corner. It's like, aww.
Air conditioning.
What is that?
Yeah. And then they, like, made him sleep on the couch, not the floor. And then they were like, then we'll upgrade you to a bed. So pure.
Pure
Yeah.
gold.
And then here was the roll that determined it all. Like, Amari got an 11, thank God, but, like, you could have not saved Wyatt or Josie. That would have been so bad.
That would
That would have
sucked.
done a number on Amari's
No.
ghost confidence, I'll be
Yep.
real.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I knew. Because I was pushing you that way because I knew the Reef Apocalypse is on the horizon. And if Amari had failed this, then the Reef Apocalypse would have gone very differently. And I was so aware of that. So I was like trying to figure out like if Amari's going one way or another, and this is how I did it.
I'm glad they weren't pushed down the arc to self-isolate, because that is usually more than likely what they would have done after that.
Yippee!
But it didn't go well.
Yeah.
Also, you guys met Desmond, and I whipped Desmond out of thin air, dude. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I just had a random ghost icon, and I threw him down, and I was like, his
the
name's
fucking
Desmond.
Minecraft mob.
And then you were asking him questions. I was just answering randomly. I was like, I did not make this character at all. I don't know what I'm doing. But then you guys were like, Desmond the Moon Man, we love him. And I was like, oh, okay, he's beloved. That's great.
No, for real.
It's like, oh great, now I have to develop him?
No,
That's
literally. And then I
amazing.
developed him. And oh my god. Yeah, now
Oh
it's
my
super great. I'm so happy with how that turned out. But like, it's funny to look back and be like, I was just pulling that out of my ass.
Hell yeah. Love doing
Literally.
that.
This role, LOL. Sam, initially, the left roll was the one where he would break it, but then keep some pieces.
Mm.
And then the one on the right is the one where where we stab ourselves and die. And Lani is so hell-bent on Mushio being the final boss. Jesus Christ, man.
Oh, I was for so long, yeah. I'm like, this is how you do it.
And then Mushio failed too. God damn. Also, we didn't anticipate Amari to be in Gladius's lab, but it was so horrifying that they were there. Like, oh
Yeah.
my god. I was so shook.
Me when I hear the souls of a million people and
Literally, I was like, this is the worst person you could have ever brought down here, ever. It
Yeah.
was so bad. Oh yeah, and then Newbie almost died.
Casually.
Casually, Newbie literally almost died. Like, the fact that it was a 6 was savable by team, but, if the team wasn't there, dude. Bro. Newbie hospital arc.
Roasted raccoon, delicious.
No! This was so terrifying to me. I was like, oh my god, they're dead.
His last dying wish to be closer with the team.
Damn.
The fire giving him the only warmth he ever experienced.
No!
Hey, what the
Oh, the whole spread disease thing was, like we said, unplanned. Unplanned. He rolled a 2, dude.
He rolled a 2,
He rolled a 2.
dude.
And then you guys threw a desk at him, and then he got a 10. On conditions, and then that's when he spread the disease. I'm like, oh my god. Oh man. Oh yeah, this was planned. Happy birthday, Lani. Toby drowned on purpose, guys. It was so planned. We knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
Also,
Slightly.
I just wanted to point out the rolls from the basement when you guys were training. That was funny as hell. The fact that Sam like punches this punching bag and it does a super good job and the dads are all impressed and then Toby like breaks. I rolled to see if Toby genuinely broke his hand or not. And then he didn't and I was like, damn it, that would have been so funny to go to your date with a broken arm. But,
Oh my god, you hit it!
yeah, it was so funny.
This Gatsby being so concerned, like, what did you do?
Like, dude.
Like physical prowess, that's
But see, it's good he didn't hurt his hand, because if he did like break it and then fell in, even worse. He's definitely gonna drown.
For real. Jesus Christ.
GG.
Here's the, in case anyone wanted to see this is not even the full pun more, but this is like the pun fest that happened in the background while me and Lani were pouring our hearts out! Thanks, everyone! We were trying so hard not to laugh, dude!
You're welcome. We love you.
Oh my god, I was sitting there as Caspian being like, yeah, my sister is dead and this sucks and like, da, da, da. And like, I look over and it's like, this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh god. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
They should just
They're
get
so
great.
One day we'll just narrate them, but for now,
Oh god. There's even more.
bask in their glory.
And then
They're
this
so great.
Connor just changed Kifa in a one conversation. What the hell? Like,
No, for real.
just one conversation and 2 rolls. Dude, you're gonna see it first thing in Root Arc. Her character's in shambles. This completely changed her character. It's insane.
Yeah.
And then of course Newbie breaking the flare to clear Angry was not planned, but boy oh boy. Then here it is, the comment that started it all. Mustio didn't actually prevent Newbie from rising, he caused it!
Yo.
There it is. The irony of it all.
That's how time
God.
travel works.
Alright, we're gonna skip more Q&A so I could go skip to our memes, because I know I want to show off a couple of memes. But we'll do some last questions and then that'll be it, guys. So, we have a lot of memes. This is our map vandalization.
Oh, yeah.
I think my favorite is Sonic. I have the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah. You're just like, oh my god, it's Eggman.
Guys thought it was Eggman for real. I also love Hello Parent, and then what the fuck?
There's also corrupted Nico, which is a
Corrupted
possibility.
Nico is not canon. I also just find that that's a gun. Like why did they give Limonville a gun?
Oh,
Did
you
he-
know.
Did he really need a gun? And then please stop talking about your crush. I'm dying. Bro. These are so dumb, and like they don't get any better. The angel with the shotgun, I'm dead. I'm dead.
No,
The
literally.
what basement with the doctor?
Oh my god.
The freaking consent, and then everybody was saying like let Muscio say fuck for some reason. Like, I don't know. These were such a mess though. But we have some pretty interesting memes, to say the least.
That loafy one, be like,
The loaf thing gets really out of hand. You'll see later that these get really out of hand. You could pause and look at them as long as you'd like.
take care of your bicycles.
The freaking and now it only corrupts your mind if you touch it. Touch.
Hello, ghost.
God. Moschio! We love Moschio! Yes! And the Warped Lucid. The Warped Lucid is still our icon in the group chat. I just changed it one day from regular Lucid to a slightly Warped Lucid, and then I kept warping the Lucid more and more until somebody noticed. I don't know why. I think I just got bored one day.
Yeah.
It was good.
So funny.
Oh my god!
What?
The Just Go was an accident. I'm crying. So I was animating the like things for the YouTube release, like the little dice rolls. And the Newbie one, I don't know why, but I thought it would just be so funny if it was him going, "Just go."
Just get out of here, you
It's
stupid.
funny as hell.
Yeah.
Just go.
Like, it's him holding a gun saying, just go. Like, it's funny as hell. And the getting bitches, that was the first meme we ever say in this chat, so it's like an honorary meme.
Get in,
Staple.
bitches, we're going to therapy.
It's a staple. It still holds up till the very last moment, the last second of Brightside. This holds up.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
The who want me no cap. God damn it. I love taking trinkets from friends. I love how poor the image is of Mushio. Like, why is it so crunchy? It's so bad. Oh, here's more of that loaf thing. I don't know what we were obsessed with the loaf, but I put it in Sam's forehead at one point.
It was a
Oh,
Tyler
right.
creation.
Oh
I don't know
my
God.
why.
It's a Tyler.
I remember the Among Us memes so well.
I know. I love this Brightside chart of like it's another mask group, but they're villain kids. So wow, these kids are fucked up. Gay villain dads. The horrors. The horrors I've seen. And the Caspian thing, I don't know, man. Most of this crap is just, I don't know, man.
I don't know who made. I forgot who made that. So whoever.
I think I did.
Oh my god.
I love. This is my favorite meme of Kill Switch Enigma. Just we did it, Patrick. We saved the totally random child. The detail in the background kills me, Lani. What the hell? Why is Kifa there?
Because I was on a Kifa mean streak for like way too long.
You were on that streak the whole game. Don't even lie to me.
Correct.
Also, Amari is an emotional wreck every session. Changing my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been moody and / or depressed in like pretty much every session of Reef Arc.
Correct.
We have interested and uninterested. Me forcing villain dad content into your mouth. And then geez, Sam, how come you get 2 ghost pets? I have unresolved trauma. Help, help, help.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, Newbie.
And then we went on a streak of turning our quotes into not real quotes by not real people like Barack Obama. Let's go. In and out 20-minute adventure, you guys in the basement. Jesus Christ. I can't. These are so good. And these are mostly Lani memes too.
God, what you got there?
A smoothie. Oh, and this dangerous artifact, I guess.
Dear God. Here's more of the damn quotes. And then this attorney doodle that Uni did of the, gee, I hope they're okay in there.
Screaming.
Oh, yo, this cheese is banging, yo. It's pain, asshole.
Yeah.
Fucking love that one. The "that's my dad" thing is so hysterical, and I cannot even begin to explain it. I
Oh
was
my God.
storyboarding something, and then I was working on the Brightside, like, little texts that pop up, because I hand animate those texts. And for some reason, my pen became the text, "That's my dad," right next to Enigma, and I was crying. Like, it was just very funny and ironic.
Bruh.
It was just really ironic. Here's the, okay.
Oh my God.
I made Toby's shoelaces once untied in one image, and everyone would not leave it alone! They would not leave it alone. And then Lani made this whole entire comic about it.
Yeah. It's just another quirk of the job, you know, just he's crying.
He's crying. He can't tie his shoes, guys.
You know, Albert Einstein couldn't tie his shoes either. Or something.
There's just so many memes. I can't even. You guys can just pause and look at them. The one on the left is one that I made after the first session. It's just so unhinged. Like, it's so bad. The more you look at it, the worse it gets. Like, it really does get a lot worse, but... I love the Lofi on fire too. It's a mood.
100%.
Limit.
And then I made 100 of these because they were funny. I made one for everyone, dude. Like everyone got one because it's such a funny meme format. I even made one with Lani and Muschio. Like, I love the one with Newbie.
I love the one with Newbie too. Oh my
Everyone's
god.
so mad at Big Muschio's eye. Oh, I love Enigma's too. Oh, these are so freaking stupid. Oh, here's our quotes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I can't even concisely go through these. Most of them happen in game, but there are some that didn't happen in game. So like we have to go over them because like they didn't happen.
When did Devon say, "Where's Rachel"?
I don't know. See, I don't know. That's the thing. But I imagine it to be in a very deep voice. Here, let's go to
Say it again. Say it again right now.
do it right now.
Where's Rachel? I don't know where. I don't know when they would have said that.
I don't
Can't know
know.
where that's.
I want to hear Uni's your dad's the Wizard of Oz. Like, when did that happen, bro?
It was in call at some point. I was tired. I didn't know how to say like Wizard of Oz, and then it just came out as.
I know the fuck it oven mitts came from a Muschio drawing I did.
Oh.
I did like I was doing like a what's in Muschio's bag, and for some reason oven mitts were in there, so I was just like, fuck it, oven mitts, and then that just became my quote forever.
Yes.
You don't want to be sour, you'll be shrunk down and eaten, Jesus Christ.
To Sour Patch Adults.
Yeah. That.
Sour Patch Kids.
Some of these happened in game, and I can remember the Toby going, why drugs? Why drugs?
Oh god.
But I know for a fact the Amari grew closer to depression did not make it in. But
Yeah.
but that is funny as hell.
And
Trying to be like, stand back, I got this. Squid, squid, squid,
Squid,
squid.
squid, 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 squid.
Like,
The death consent, Jesus Christ. This is like, it's funny too, because you can see the timestamps. So you can see like, how things progress within like a couple of hours.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god. The gummy worm hell specifically, I don't know what that's about.
huh.
I don't know what Uni was talking about, and I lost my train of thought the second the ore came in. Like, I don't know.
somebody had their cam on, and like there was an oar in the background. Like, was it
Oh.
Tyler or something? And I saw that, and I was like, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Couldn't we just call the authorities? No! It's literally the best.
And just
Absolutely.
like the building of laughter.
That was
of that, it's
funny.
just great.
And then the cat rights issue, which we bring up a lot, honestly.
We do.
Yeah, GG. mate.
Alright. And now a word from our sponsor that we definitely have. 100%. Go, Lani, go! All hail Comfort Crab!
Okay, hello everybody. I just wanted to take this time to read a small, well, it's not really small, but just a something I prepared for you. I've gone through just parts of Comfort Crab, and I think I've really just gotten the symbolism down to just about one essay's worth, at least just the start and stuff. So I just have this here. And I hope you're all as excited as I am, and I know Connor would be freaking out if he was here as well. This is longer than I thought it was. Okay, so
Please don't read all of this.
I still don't get it.
Comfort Crab symbolism. What makes a crab a comfortable creature? An ocean-dwelling, sideways-walking decapod known for its meat, signature sharp weapons for hands, and jaws the likes of which rival alien monster movies? The first symbol is that comfort can come from the least likely of places. A plush crustacean leading the way for a whole host of comforting creatures such as cats, camels, and other more readily fuzzy animals. is a signal that the feeling of fuzziness is not associated with fur, but with positive emotional reactions that can stem from unlikely sources. Despite the regularly off-putting features of an average crab, Comfort Crab uses this to its advantage in several lessons. In Season 2, Episode 4, Boundaries on the Beach, Comfort Crab was receiving unwanted hugs from his friend Carl the Comfort Camel. Comfort Crab uses his claws to pinch Carl, therefore removing the unsolicited physical attention and sparking a conversation that would become the focal point for the episode. In this instance, we can see claws as a method for protecting oneself, an unnecessary understanding for children who are currently forming relationships. But by the end of the episode, Carl and Comfort Crab have discussed the importance of physical boundaries and engage in a mutually wanted hug. The last shot of the episode is a smiling Comfort Crab using his claws to embrace his friend. We can see this transformation in what was once something to protect yourself, now being used to embrace another. From weapons to warmth, the nature of claws successfully portrayed and then subverted. This is a similar ending to how other many episodes in claws. This goes on for a while.
I mean,
Boo!
crap,
Get off the
bro.
stage! No! Stop
Turtles are
clapping!
better.
It's more than a crab. Thank you.
Shut the fuck up!
touching speech, but I still don't get it.
Like, I mean, he's really trying, but I mean,
Not all the non-believers can be saved.
It's okay, Toby. I
You did
recorded the
the-
whole thing, and I'll post it on social media for you, so you can spread the good word.
Oh my god.
Why do I feel like that's a threat?
That was the most well-timed soundboard thing I've ever heard in my life.
Jeez, man.
Oh god, gamers. Alright. Oh boy. Wow, I'm tired. It's been a stream and a half. We're gonna skip to the shout out time. Gamers in the call, if you have anything you want to shout out to tell people about things you're working on, go for it.
Nate has a YouTube channel.
Nate does have a YouTube
he does, he's really good.
channel.
Wow, y'all just like threw me in the spotlight.
You're a hard worker.
Yes. So, hi everybody. Yes, I do indeed have a YouTube channel. It is called Jason Blade, and I do analysis on animation. I just posted a video a few days ago, and it is about the Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, and the episode where Penny gets kicked out of the house by her parents. So that was
watched it.
fun.
It was so wild. I didn't even know that happened. I was like, damn.
Yeah, this one, like that clip, like literally just went
It's
viral
crazy.
out of nowhere, and people were just like, yeah, their parents are psychopaths, which honestly fair, because like, why would you
Yeah.
kick your child out in the middle of the night? That's not okay.
Literally, no, your video does a really good job. You guys should watch it.
Yeah.
Like, Nate's videos are
Yeah.
solid, y'all.
Yeah, I do mainly, I don't really like kind of like go down to the nitty gritty of like, oh my goodness, look how beautiful this animation is or stuff. I actually do dive into the storytelling and pretty much the relationship and representation within the shows or movies that I cover. So if you guys are interested in things like that, you can definitely check it out. It is simply Jason Blade. You can put up Jason Blade reviews. If you're not able to find it with just Jason Blade, but you know, it shouldn't be hard to find. But yeah, I'm also upcoming. I am working on a very unintentionally long Bluey video that is about the parents, both Bandit and Chili, if you have watched Bluey. And considering the fact that unfortunately it is one of the most views that I get, I am going to be covering the latest episode of Hell of a Boss, so wish me luck on that, and hope I don't get killed by the hopefully I don't get murdered by those freaking, yeah, I know, right? I hope I don't.
Yeah.
I hope I
Nuclear
don't get
soul,
killed.
pun intended.
Yeah, that, if my body is found, you know who did it. That's all I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
We will.
Yeah,
We will avenge you. We will.
Yes, of course. But yeah, that's all I got working on for me. Anyone else want to
Mel,
say
you
something?
want to show anything?
Hmm.
No?
Is Mo there?
I don't No, because it's like I don't have as big of a online presence. For a while I was doing gaming streaming, but I haven't really kept up with it a whole lot recently. I was gonna say I can always provide links later if I get back into it, but I don't really know. I've kind of gone off the radar a little bit, so
That's
it's like
fair.
hard for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm doing all this cool stuff, because it's like half the time I don't know what I'm doing. So
That's so fair. I just wanted to give people a chance if they wanted to like shout out their stuff real quick.
I appreciate it.
I do art sometimes once a month on Instagram.
It's great.
That is
Follow
true.
them.
You can
I
look
mean,
at that, I
you-
guess.
Bro, you kill it though. You kill it every
You
time.
do. You do.
Thanks. It's 90% just hyperfixations I have at the time. However, I do also I would like to shout out Atlas Neo if you guys if any of you guys like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon roleplay. It's a server on Discord. It's a public roleplay server. A lot of my projects are pretty personal, so they're like writing and like some I'm getting some practice with GMing, so I can maybe do public GMing.
Yeah.
However, yes, if you like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, really heavily literate roleplay, recommend checking out Atlas Neo. It should pop up in Discord if you look for it. Yeah.
Neat.
Cool.
I know you're working on stuff, Devin.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So I'm still doing some voice acting stuff. The most recent one that's going to come out hopefully in a little bit. Don't know when, because don't rush things. But if you want to watch me in Stolen Hope, there's a bunch of episodes out currently of that, and another one on the way at some point. I also did some sound design for a horror video game. I don't know much about Slenderman, but it's called Slender Myth, and I did all like the sound design for a lot of like the sound effects, some glitching sound effects. So if you're a fan of Cypress making glitching sound effects, there's that for you. But and also did like some of the music for like within and also for like the most recent trailer that came out for it. That should be out at some point. It's been in the works for a while.
Oh my god!
And I have a little other projects I'm like starting on and sort of like whittling away at. But yeah, other than that, stay tuned for season 2 of Brightside, because I'm actually very, very, very excited for that.
For realsies.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
We got our shout
Whose
out.
turn?
I would-
there.
I would like to
go
shout out myself because I'm cool. Thank you.
Yeah,
You are cool.
You are cool.
They're actually-
Real.
No, speaking of, since everybody was yelling at about my channel and stuff, I guess I should probably promo myself. There's this thing in the animation community called like the Toonies that like nominates people of doing certain work. So I can definitely like send the link over to
Send it.
Put it in the
Holly.
chat. Put it in the chat. You should
No,
be able to
Beth.
post
Okay,
links.
wait, hold on. Let me go over there real quick.
You should be able to
'cause,
post
like-
links in the chat because you're a moderator, so go for it.
Yeah.
Send
It
the
should be
link.
here. Okay.
Heck yeah, gamers.
Give us the link,
The
dude.
link.
Right. Okay. Yes. Give me a second. I have to go to the Discord for it.
It's okay. It's okay. We got
All right.
you.
So, it is called the Toonies. There is quite a lot of, just letting you know, there is quite a lot of categories for this, but there are quite a few with like best thumbnails or,
And
kind
Nate
of,
should
like-
win all of them.
Yeah,
so
let's
nominate
let's
him
get
for all of
Nate
them.
to win all of
here's-
them.
here's the link for it. But
I am
yeah,
going to do
go
this
ahead and show
later.
the support. But yeah, it's definitely a long one, but it's like, favorite video essays, favorite favorite cartoon reviewer around a certain sub count. So like I'm over 5K, so I'll be between like the 5K and 10K, I believe.
Sweet.
I have to double check to make sure.
Hell yeah.
And they also have like, favorite thumbnail, favorite intro and outro. You don't have to do intro and outro for me, so I don't do those for my videos anymore. But yeah, there's like a whole lot of things you can go through. So if you don't have to like vote for me as well, like it would be appreciated. But if you have other if you have other
I will find you if you don't.
No, oh my god!
If you have other like video essays in mind, yeah, please, this is Sashay. But if you do watch other content creators that does the same thing that I do, you can definitely nominate them as well. So that is something that you guys can definitely check out. So yeah, all that good stuff. So you know, that's all I got.
Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna show my stuff quickly, and then we will probably head off. I want to let you guys know that Brightside of Season 2 obviously is in the works. In case you didn't catch my last live stream, I gave a little sneak peek, so I'm gonna give this sneak peek again. September 20th is gonna be a cool day to be a Peevelet, so make sure you subscribe to my channel, because cool things are coming very soon. In regards to this project. So there's gonna be a ton of animation, guys. Like, I have worked my butt off on the animations, so I'm really excited to share. There's lots of cool things coming. I'm working on season 2 of Origins as well. It's wow, like it is something else. Like, both of the season 2s that are coming to PetPyves are just phenomenal projects, and I'm really excited about them. But yes, here's my current upload schedule in case you wanted to know. This is what I'd be doing right now. Live streaming just became very certain. So I will be working on getting my streaming schedule back up, so yippee for that, haha. Oh, thank goodness for that. It's uncertain because I don't know what it's gonna be right in this moment, but I finally have stabilized my internet and equipment, so that's good. And then, of course, I have PetPyves Freemium, where if you want to see sneak peeks and stuff, I usually share a ton of stuff Brightside related in the Discord, like, just everything. Like, their icons, their maps, the objects that are in the game. Pretty much every screenshot, everything I make goes into the Discord, too, so... they get to see literally everything, and usually way earlier than everybody else, so... Check it out if you'd like. If not, that's fine. I will continue to make free content here on YouTube forever and ever, always, so...
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
That's
brother.
our stream. I'm sorry that ran so long, gamers. I was like, yeah, we'll get this done quick, and then we were like, our children, and then we like rambled forever.
Yeah.
So
Because they're our babies.
I think that's the one thing about us when it comes to Brightside.
I know, we can't
ends up
shut up!
not being the expected.
We are just simply insane.
We are.
Right.
We are.
We
We
are.
are psychopaths.
For the end of the next season of Brightside, I threw out the idea that what we should do is we should have at the end instead of having Holly have to do all of like the presentation, I think we should all have individual presentations. It's like here's a slideshow that everyone made that's like within like a certain amount of slides, just to make sure we don't go too over.
A
but,
PowerPoint night for Brightside.
Make
That'd
a
be so
PowerPoint,
fun!
right?
That would
For
be
the next
genius.
season.
Hell yeah.
PowerPoint.
See what I mean?
Season 2.
Brightside's always changing and growing. It's beautiful. It's a great project. We obviously are extremely passionate about it, so thank you guys for enjoying it with us. It's so cool we get to share it. Cause like, imagine if all of us, we were the only people in the world that knew Brightside.
Right.
I would die.
It would be a sad time.
It's such a good story. Like, I just can't. So.
The worms would just eat my brain.
No,
It
for
makes
real.
me go,
It'll just
Yeah.
get better and better.
So yeah, guys, thanks for sticking around. Season 1 of Brightside, if you loved it, oh, you're going to just fall more and more in love like we did. Because it just
You're
not
gonna be ready.
It just keeps getting better and better, and like from, I'm not even kidding you, the first episode, it takes off. So, season 2 is gonna be a wild ride. And yeah, thank you guys for joining me on the live stream. Thank you, Cast of Brightside. You guys are freaking fantastic.
Yeah, thanks for
Much
having
love
me.
and appreciation.
Of course.
And thanks for the donations for those who did donate. I
Yeah,
really
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Indeed.
We appreciate you guys,
Oh,
and
thank
hope
you
you
for this
guys
cameraman.
enjoy. Yeah, the cameraman squints.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah.
Good night,
Adios. Say
everybody.
goodbye to the gamers. Say goodbye. Good night, everyone. I bid thee farewell.